From Living Word Christian School in O'Fallon, it's high school football on CCIN as O'Fallon Christian, with their record of 1-0, hosts St. Charles in high school football on CCIN. Hi, everyone, with Demetrius Johnson. I'm Randy Carricker, and it's great to have you with us for high school football here on CCIN. This should be an interesting game, DJ. A couple of teams that are both very proficient. Both teams can score a lot of points. Both teams won their openers last week.
Yeah, the thing I like about both of these teams, it's a new experience for both of us doing these teams. However, when you look at the program, they're both very solid programs. They play hard. I like this Christian Academy School. They really play physical. Randy, O'Fallon Christian, they got a very good wide receiver who can do things. They got a very physical player, Damian Clark. This should be a very interesting game, and I like it's going to be interesting when they kick off how both of these teams will compete. I'm looking forward to it.
You say it's a new experience for both of us. Back in 1982, when I was at Lindenwood, the very first football game I ever did was a St. Charles High Pirates game.
You know what? I'm impressed. You have done so many games, my friend. It's not surprising that you have done all these games. But, when you're out here in this atmosphere right here, this is good. This is fresh. This is what it's all about. When you're talking about under the lights, playing with the kids, just purity of high school football. Tonight we should get that.
You saw Andy Hare, the head coach here at O'Fallon Christian, and you talked about new and fresh. This is only the 5th year of football for O'Fallon Christian, and they will take on a St. Charles team that poses a major threat. DJ, let's take a look at your hot 104.1 keys to this game.
When you talk about St. Charles have to be good open field tacklers. They got to make plays, and they got to have a balanced attack. Throw the ball and run the ball. They cannot give the ball away. Turnovers can kill you. O'Fallon, they must read the defense and be able to react on the D. Do a very good job. Got to put pressure on a very athletic quarterback of St. Charles, and they got to watch the triple threat, and that's Prince. He can pass, run, kick, and sometimes he can even go and get you water at halftime.
Dantrell Prince is something. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
Good luck to both you gentlemen. St. Charles, you're visitors. This is a coin. That is heads. This is tails. I need you to call it loud enough so he can hear what it is and my umpire can hear it. And here it is. I'm going to flip it in the air. I will not drop it. I'll catch it. If I do drop it, I'll redo it again. Any questions? All right, here we go. What do you say? All right. You're a talker.
I'm talking.
You've won the toss.
We're going to defer.
You want to defer.
Sir.
Christian has won the toss. They have elected to defer. Since he has deferred, you want to receive, correct? All right, you receive. Which goal will you defend, sir? You're going to kick that way. Put your backs over here.
And so St. Charles has won the right to receive after the Eagles of O'Fallon Christian won the toss, and Jordan Norwine, their quarterback, their spokesman, decided to defer, and they'll get the ball at the start of the second half. We mentioned the name of Dantrell Prince, a two-time All-State performer for O'Fallon Christian, the AAA Player of the Year, and he's a guy to watch.
Oh, yeah, he is so big-time, athletic. A lot of times when guys play at small schools or the Christian schools, people don't really understand that they're just as athletic as the guys that are playing at the big schools. This kid right here is a special talent. He makes plays. He's been the Player of the Year twice. He is going to put on a show. Watch his ability.
Scored 21 touchdowns last year and is receiving significant interest from multiple Division I schools, and it'll be fun to watch Dantrell Prince tonight. Had 2 catches for 71 yards last week in the opener for O'Fallon Christian, a 50-0 win over Van Far. And we'll get things ready to roll here at O'Fallon Christian High School as they take on the Pirates of St. Charles. It should be fun, and as DJ mentioned, this is the first time we've ever been out here at O'Fallon Christian, a relatively new school, and it'll be good to see these two teams. O'Fallon Christian 9-2 last year. They lost to Berkeley in the playoffs. They will kick it away, and their kicker tonight is Xander Burer. And he's going to kick it away deep to St. Charles, and back to receive will be Sam Kors along with Raheem Alexander. Our opening kickoff is brought to you by the Carpenters Union. Nail down a career in carpentry today. Burer is ready to go. Our crowd is ready to go. And we are ready to go with high school football on CCIN. Buer with the boot, and this will be Sam Kors taking it at his own 10-yard line. Kors bringing it out across the 20-25 to the 30-yard line. Sam Kors is able to duck underneath and take it out to the 31-yard line, and that's where St. Charles will get things started. The quarterback for the Pirates is Kevin Miller. He moved last year from third on the depth chart at the beginning of fall practice to first. He wound up passing for better than 2,000 yards. He was 13 of 16 for 160 and 2 touchdowns last week in their opener. Kevin Miller, number 2, and he has Isaac Toll, who had 81 yards in the opener, behind him in the backfield. We are set to go our first play from scrimmage. And this will be Toll, Isaac Toll, right side, and he's dragged down. Good defense there for O'Fallon Christian after the short gain. Making the play for the Eagles was the outside linebacker Frank Davis, the AAA Defensive Player of the Year in 2012.
A couple things in this game. When you talk, and I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Harris, he was thinking, I want to make them pass the ball. If he can beat us passing, that's what we want. We want to take the running game out of this.
Give you the starting lineups here in a moment. This will be Toll again. This time he tries to take it up the middle and can't. He's hit by Damon Clark, the other outside linebacker. The offensive line for the St. Charles Pirates: Michael Looney, Ryan Payne, Jesse Mbirowitz, Rod Gillette, and Garrett Shields. The receivers are Sam Kors, number 7, number 14, Adam Joller, number 20, Raheem Alexander, and Carl King. The quarterback is Miller, and the running back, as we mentioned, is Isaac Toll. It's going to be Adam Joller out wide to the left side. Kors is in the slot, joined by Alexander. First quarter here at O'Fallon Christian. We are underway. Here comes St. Charles on the 3rd and long. Miller to throw. He looks and throws, and this one is knocked down incomplete, and Buer almost picked it off.
A very nice position that time by Buer. He's able to get underneath the receiver and go after the ball at the highest point. I like that coverage that time, but you can see what's happening in this game already. O'Fallon Christian, they want to make sure if they could make the St. Charles Pirates pass the ball, Randy, that's playing right into the strength of their defense.
Dantrell Prince with 2 punt returns for 30 apiece last week in the opener, and this punt is very short and very low by the St. Charles punter, and Prince is going to take it anyway. Dantrell Prince is hemmed in and knocked out of bounds. The kick from Josh Goldstein to Dantrell Prince. And O'Fallon Christian will take over for the first time. Their quarterback is Jordan Norwine, number 11. He'll be joined in the backfield by Damon Clark, and the receivers, Dantrell Prince, Xander Buer, Corey Canterbury, number 81, and Spencer Hawkins, number 25. Up front, it'll be Cole McCoy, who's also getting Division I looks for O'Fallon Christian, Eric McCullough, Caleb Eaton, John Willis, and Tristan Naskey. Starting from the 46-yard line of St. Charles, it's O'Fallon Christian and Norwine with the big Damon Clark in the backfield. And Norwine to Prince. Dantrell Prince tries to make a move. He does. Gets spun around, still is able to pick up 4 yards for O'Fallon Christian. And you can see right there, he just overpowers defensive players.
Yeah, you can see how athletic he is. I mean, he's like a man amongst boys. Look at his ability, man. And this kid, he's very special. You see, he's elusive. He gets upfield. He's like he's toying with them. I mean, I can do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. You can tell how special of an athlete he is.
They give him 6 yards. They mark the ball at the 40. 2nd down and 4 for O'Fallon Christian. They send Canterbury out to the right side. King is a slot on the right. And they're going to throw to the right side. And this is Corey Canterbury. And Canterbury is dragged down. Adam Joller tackled him at the 34-yard line. I'm going to call it the 33-yard line. And a first down for O'Fallon Christian.
This is really easy, just a pitch and catch right to the receiver. He gets the ball and goes upfield. What I like about their receivers, when they get the ball, Randy, they're going upfield. They're trying to get positive yards rather than just dancing around. I like the attack going upfield.
Jordan Cockrum in motion to the left side now for the Eagles. And Norwine with his club in great field position right off the bat. Jordan Norwine. And a little end around to Prince. Dantrell Prince to the 30, to the 25, and inside the 25, and knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
You know, it's almost not fair. I'm always watching this kid right now. It's almost not fair how good he is. I mean, he is so spectacular as a player. Look at the hesitation move he does right there. He gets up the field, makes a nice play. He is so good that, Randy, he plays at another level.
He really does.
You can see his level of his ability and how he plays. Everyone said he was special. This is a great and special opportunity for the entire viewership to watch a special kid play.
First down at the 22-yard line for O'Fallon Christian. Cockrum in motion again, and this is going to be Burer. And Burer turns the corner. And he's able to slip one tackle, but he can't slip the tackle of Sam Kors, the free safety.
That's good blocking on the edge that time the receiver. You talking about being an all-around player. Dantrell Prince, he does a great job sealing off the contained man and getting that corner, allowing the running back to go downhill. Boy, that was nice blocking. Good setup by the Christian team. 2nd
and 5, and a good drive for the Eagles here on their first possession of the game. They scored 50 points in their opener last week. They're a well-oiled machine. Norwine takes it himself. Jordan Norwine is brought down once again near first down yardage. He'll be pretty close to a first down for the Eagles.
You know how coaches always talk about efficient offense and do things very efficiently? This O'Fallon Christian Eagles are very efficient. I mean, they are doing everything pinpoint. Offensive line is dominating, getting off the line of scrimmage, making good decisions, making calls, mixing it up. Boy, I'm telling you, they are really a polished offense.
3rd and long one here, and keep your eye on number 85, who's in a slot to the left side. And this is Norwine, and he's dragged down from behind. A good defensive play for St. Charles as Sam Kors was joined by Adam Joler for the tackle.
Great penetration. He comes across the line of scrimmage, gets him before he even gets started. Watch this penetration here. Comes off, beats the block, make the play. That's what you do. You get up and make the play on the quarterback. Excellent play. Put him in a 4th down situation. Outstanding defense.
And they'll go for it on 4th down. Norwine on 4th and 3. Looks to the right, throws. This one is caught by Cockrum, and he's hit down. And this is going to be a first down for O'Fallon Christian.
That's a good pass. I mean, sometimes you look at a play and say, this is good both ways. Watch the execution here and watch the tackle. Bow. Very good tackle. What you say, you put your head across the bow and make a nice tackle by Carl King, but good play by the Eagles.
And they can still get a first down. They're at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 11. Good drive to get things started for O'Fallon Christian. Let's see if they can finish it off. Norwine, the quarterback. They fumble, and Norwine's able to fall back on top of it. He just couldn't make connections with Xander Burer, the running back.
And I understand what Coach Harris is trying to do. He's trying to get everybody involved. Randy, but let me tell you something, big fella. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get the ball in the hands of number 85, Prince, and go to work. Just give him the ball and get out the way. I mean, they can't stop him anytime he gets the ball. He's going to get you 5 to 10 yards every time he touches the ball.
Now Clark is back in there in the backfield. Damon Clark, their big starting fullback. They're looking for Prince, and it's knocked away. And a great defensive play back there by Sam Kors. Knocked it away from Prince, who was in position to make the grab.
Great play by Sam Kors, number 14. He does a great job. The ball is hanging up in the air a little late. He should have threw a little early before he came out of the break. But Sam Kors does a great job in getting there and knocking the ball down. That's how you stay with the play. What the quarterback's got to do, Randy, he's got to believe in his receiver. He must throw that ball before he gets out of the break, knowing exactly where he's going to be. That's how you make a play. But Sam Kors makes a great play.
Ball's at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout's going to be called by Norwine on the third and long play. They wanted to make sure that they have all of their ducks in a row as they prepare for the biggest play so far this first quarter. 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
I mean, this time.
I think that's a timeout. We've just got the timeout time on the play clock at the moment.
Yeah, they are doing exactly what they want to do. But when you got a big player like Dontrell Prince, Randy, you just got to get him the ball. I mean, there's ways you can do it: bubble screen, get handoff, end around. I mean, just fade patterns. What I'm going to do, I see how they playing him. I'm going to run him on some slants. We haven't seen any slant routes from him. I'm going to throw some slants on him. He's big, he's fast, he's physical, and he can make plays. Then you come back, and then you can run the quarterback options and the triple read with the quarterback. But I'm going to get the ball in. When I'm down in the red zone, the guy I'm looking for is Dontrell Prince. And if I'm the other team, if I'm St. Charles, I know you're looking for him. But now you're going to talk about the wills. Who is willing to make the play when it's time to make a play?
And now with no score, 6:27 remaining in the first quarter, midway through, no score. And it's third and long for the Eagles of O'Fallon Christian. Buer back in the backfield for the Eagles. Prince is going to line up on the right side in a slot, and we'll keep an eye on him. Hawkins is wide to the left side. This is Prince in motion. And this is Norwine, and he tries to pitch, and they lose the handle, and St. Charles recovers. They fumbled as it looked like Norwine wanted to pitch, but there was a St. Charles player there to knock it out, and the Pirates get it back.
Great defense by St. Charles. What they do, Randy, they stay at home. They don't fall for anything. The penetration from the defensive line does a great job. Look at the penetration there. Does a great job. Stacking up. Linebackers sliding down the middle. Bam. You take the quarterback. Everybody was accounted for. The quarterback was accounted for. The pitch back was accounted for. So now you have nowhere to go. And what happens normally? You make a big play. Great job by the Pirates.
Kevin Miller back in a quarterback for St. Charles as they dodge a bullet with a terrific defensive play. And on first down, Miller's going to throw to the left side, and this one is caught. And getting hammered early on is Adam Joler. By the way, Toll is out of the backfield for St. Charles, and Malcolm Alston is in there at running back, number 28.
This is a nice play right here, Randy. I mean, you just try to do a bubble screen. The receiver's not able to get it blocked. And what they're saying, my man is a better player than yours. And what happens that time? The Christian Eagles, they win that battle.
No doubt. A loss of 2 on the play. And it's second down for the Pirates of St. Charles. Miller, an excellent quarterback. And he's going to give on the right side, and this is Joler again, and he's knocked down. Or that was just Alston, Malcolm Alston, that took the handoff, and another loss of yardage for St. Charles. So they get the fumble, but now they're moving backwards on offense.
Yeah, it's almost like they won't work in the opposite way. But you got to give credit to the Christian Eagles. I mean, they're doing a very good job penetrating and not allowing that play to start, because that's a long play. That's a read run. That takes time to develop, and you got to have the sustainable blocks up front from the offensive line.
The third down play for Miller in St. Charles. And he's under pressure, and he is sacked as that O'Fallon Christian defense was able to storm in there and make the play. And leading the way was Frank Davis, who had 135 tackles last year, had a sensational year, and is off to another great start this year.
What I'm impressed with Frank Davis is his ability to make plays. See, everybody can blitz the quarterback, but you got to be able to close the deal. He was in there, he closed the deal. He closed down on the quarterback, was able to get his hands on him, throw some strong hands, and brought him down. Excellent play by the linebacker, Frank Davis, number 6.
An official timeout is called on the field as the players will have an opportunity to hydrate here before St. Charles kicks it away to Prince and O'Fallon Christian.
And what's big about that now, they don't want to kick the ball to Prince. So if they try to kick it at an angle, they can get shanked, kicked, or anything. So this is a very difficult punt. You know, if I'm St. Charles, hey, you're going to have to go max. You're not going to spread anybody out. But I would tell you, if I'm Christian the Eagles, I'm going to do this, Randy. I'm going to try to block it. I'm going to put a lot of pressure on
And they got pressure on sophomore Josh Goldstein last time.
No question about it. In the first punt, they had issues with their first punt. Now they backed up. Now the pressure builds on the punter. When the punter's backed up, trust me, they do not feel comfortable trying to punt a ball in a very tight environment.
There's Andy Hare, the head coach at O'Fallon Christian High School, yelling something to Dantrell Prince, his star player, punt returner, wide receiver, defensive back, number 85, who is one of the best players in the St. Louis area.
And they got a safety. They must have had a safety on that. We didn't know that was a safety.
I didn't catch it in the end zone
I didn't either. Wow, I'm looking at the kick return. I'm like, wow, that was a safety, big fella. Had no idea that was a safety.
So it's 2-0.
Wow. Okay, I didn't see that official signal of safety.
We are in a kind of a makeshift broadcast position here at O'Fallon Christian High School.
Well, I tell you what, we're just equal opportunity, what you call programmers, because we try to get everybody on.
Here's the boot along the ground, and O'Fallon Christian falls on it, and they are in great field position again at the 30-yard line.
Now, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't know what Coach Joe Libner was doing on that one. I didn't agree with that. I mean, if you're afraid he's going to return it maybe for a touchdown in a big game, you may as well kick it out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and kick the ball out of bounds. But don't squib kick, or I don't know if that's a squib kick or onside kick. I have no idea what that was. But now you give them great, and it could have been a bad kick too. But you give them great field position right here.
Coming into the game, Joe Liebner wasn't sure who his punter was going to be, so they have had some issues with the kicking game. Now a throw to the right side is incomplete as Norwine tried to get it to Canterbury, and it was overthrown because Canterbury had fallen to his knees.
Yeah, and what happened, he came off the ball, but he's got to slow those steps down if he's going to take a hitch. If he's going to run a hitch route, he's got to slow his steps down to get under control with his body and turn toward the ball. That time he tried to do a hitch route, but he was going so fast he slipped and the ball went right past him.
So now on 2nd down and 10 with 4:48 left in the first quarter, O'Fallon Christian leading this one by a score of 2-0. And Norwine takes the snap and sets to throw again. Under pressure, he gets rid of it down the right side to Canterbury into the end zone for the touchdown. O'Fallon Christian with the TD, and on a 31-yard strike, they move ahead 9-0.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. Corey Canterbury, the wide receiver, he comes to do a stop and go on it. The defensive back bites on it, Carl King. He spins and goes right up the field on the stop and go, and bam, 6 points. Easy touchdown, outstanding play call. And it looks like they're going to go for two. The Eagles going to go for 2-point conversion here. And it makes sense because you got 8 points, so you may as well go ahead and do 10. That'll give you, a touchdown and a field goal.
They will send Prince out as a slot to the left side. Cockrum is a slot on the right. Canterbury comes into the game, and now they'll call a timeout so that they can get adjusted and prepare for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I think Canterbury's on the sideline feeling pretty good about that long play. Big fella forgot they got to go for a 2-point conversion. I wasn't aware of it. Watch this. You watch the hitch there. You see the hitch with the quarterback. He does the hitch with the thing. The receiver stops and turns, and bam, touchdown. Because the receiver, when you're out there on the island by yourself and man to man, you gotta watch the receiver. You cannot watch the quarterback. You watch the quarterback, what happened will happen 99.9% of the time. Canterbury would do the hitch and go right past you, wide open for a touchdown. That was a great play call, and that's good coaching to recognize that you got Carl King, the defensive back, that will bite on those kind of plays, being very aggressive. Very good play calling by the Christian school.
Let's see if O'Fallon Christian, and they will go for two again as they get the play, and they'll send Damon Clark in as their running back. Prince obviously is in there. Canterbury to the right side along with Cockrum. And Norwine, the quarterback. leading by a score of 8-0. They'll go for the 2-point conversion here. Movement up front. Prince moved, and so did St. Charles. I don't know who moved first, but the officials do. And it is a false start against O'Fallon Christian. And now they'll bring in a different set of players, and let's see if they'll try to kick now after the ball is set back 5 yards.
You know, I think it's easier. Now, maybe some people wouldn't agree with me, but I think it's easier to go for the 2-point farther back because you got more room if you're going to pass the ball downfield. Right. You give you more space to work with. I've always wondered why coaches want to go for 2 points when they're really close, because it's very minimum airspace that you can get through.
Yeah, playing in a phone booth is pretty hard.
Right, no question about it.
Now Buer will try the extra point after the 5-yard mark off for false start. 8-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian, and the extra point is up, and it is through. It is good. It is 9-0 in favor of the Eagles of O'Fallon Christian after the 31-yard touchdown pass from Norwine to Canterbury.
It was a very smart play. They saw that the defensive back, Carl King, would be very aggressive on those short intermediate routes. So Carl King came and jumped on a double boom that Canterbury put on him. Canterbury came and stopped, looked like the quarterback on the go. Carl King is watching the quarterback. He does a hitch with his shoulder, release upfield, wide open touchdown.
And now knowing what O'Fallon Christian was able to do last week to Van Far and putting 50 points up against the Indians, St. Charles, who scored 27 last week, will have to try to get on the board and see if they can avoid falling behind by more than the 9 that are already on the board.
Yeah, and this is, we're going to say, this is going to be a very important situation for this team. When you talk about St. Charles, the Pirates going to have to sustain some type of drive with the ball. They got to take some time off the clock. They have not had a long possession.
Here's the kick. And Alexander for St. Charles is able to slip a tackle and slip another and makes a spin move and gets across the 35 before he's finally tracked down by that O'Fallon Christian group of tacklers on special teams. But a terrific return by Alexander to get it out to the 36-yard line. Well, we want you to take advantage of the ability to watch From the Vault. This year we're bringing back the CCIN Classic From the Vault game, which you can watch immediately following tonight's game. This week, we'll take you back to August 26th, 2011 in an early season matchup as the St. Charles Fighting Pirates battle the Warrenton Warriors. So keep that channel tuned right here to CCIN after our game for our Classic From the Vault. 9-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian. And mark off on that play, and then the ball will be set at the 42-yard line. And that's where St. Charles will get things started, trailing by a score of 9-0. Miller is the quarterback. Throws to the left side, Coors. Sam Coors, and a great tackle by O'Fallon Christian. Coming up to make the play was the safety D.T. Cunningham, or Christensen rather, D.T. Christensen. He made the play and wrapped up perfectly.
That's a beautiful tackle. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, look at this, folks. I mean, open field. Oh, you got to make it. Mano a mano, big fella on big fella. And I tell you what, D.T. Christensen comes up and make a beautiful one-on-one tackle. Excellent play.
A loss of a couple, so it's second down now for the Pirates. This is Kevin Miller. Coors again. And Sam Coors is hit out of bounds by Christensen again after a short gain. It'll be third down.
I'm thinking what's going to happen on that play. I think the Pirates, St. Charles Pirates, are trying to set up for a double pass. They got to be trying to set up for a double pass because it's just hard for them to believe they're going to continue to run that same play and don't try to set you up for a double pass. Wanting the defensive backs to come up more aggressive and lose focus on a receiver releasing downfield.
An empty backfield for the Pirates. Joe Liebner is their head coach. The Pirates 1-0 after winning last week in their opener. And Miller will throw. Under pressure, he is sacked. Getting in there to make the play was the big defensive lineman for O'Fallon Christian. That was Jordan Mosier.
Boy, that's a great play by Jordan Mosier, number 64. He keeps his feet moving, keeps his hands loose, and makes a nice tackle. Because I'm assuming the quarterback is about to get out of there. Mosier does a great job, Randy, to stand focused and making a play. Great play by Jordan Mosier.
Now St. Charles needs a good kick from Josh Goldstein, down 9-0, and the kicking game has certainly been a detriment so far for St. Charles with field position, and this is a better kick by Goldstein as it rolls inside the 35-yard line, and it'll go out of bounds at the 30, and that's where O'Fallon Christian will get things started.
Well, if I'm O'Fallon Christian, I'm going to make St. Charles kick it again, because they had an illegal substitution when the play was going. A player ran off the sideline on the field, so they're going to get an illegal substitution. They're going to move them back. I'm going to make them punt it again and try to give Prince an opportunity. Latrell Prince an opportunity to get the ball and make something happen.
Players are moving back towards where the ball was marked after the punt, and we'll get the official word here.
Substitution infraction during the play. Player from St. Charles come running onto the field from the side of the defense onto the side of the offense, making an illegal procedure. 5-yard penalty, we're going to re-kick the ball.
Yeah, and he comes off the sideline and just run out there and try to get involved in the game.
Gene McFerrin, our referee. Mike Bodie is our umpire. Bill Classy is our linesman. Jim Drabel is our line judge, and our back judge is Jim Johnson. So you've got it, DJ. They're going to take the penalty, and Goldstein is going to have to kick it again.
And they're doing everything, and I'm talking about St. Charles Pirates doing everything to make sure that Prince does not get the ball in his hands. They're kicking on an angle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take two guys and put them inside. I'm going to put Prince on one side, and I'll put a return man on the other side. And even if they kick it to the other guy, I'm going to help him to get it over there and get it in Prince's hand and let him make a play with it.
Good idea. On 4th and 22, the kick from Goldstein. And once again, pressure, and this one is almost blocked. And he gets it out of bounds, but it's going to be great field position again for O'Fallon Christian. They'll have it in St. Charles territory as they take over here, leading by a score of 9-0 with 2:51 left in the first quarter.
And I'm just thinking, if I'm Josh Goldstein, I'm thinking, oh, no, don't make me punt it again. I mean, he's having a long day thus far punting the ball, and he had to punt it again. So Josh looked like he said, oh, my goodness, please don't have me punt this ball again.
And Buehrer had the pressure and forced the kick that resulted in O'Fallon Christian starting at the 46-yard line of St. Charles. Buehrer in the backfield. Norwine to Buehrer up the middle, and Xander Buehrer across the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35, and a first down for O'Fallon Christian.
Yeah, that's a very good run that time by Buehrer. He keeps his feet moving, get hit by the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet moving, driving up the field, make a nice play.
And now Dantrell Prince was limping as he came near the sideline where Andy Hare is calling the play. But Prince stays on the field for the Eagles.
Hey, when you're a big-time player like Dantrell Prince, big fella, you want the ball. I don't care how bad you're limping. You're going to want to get a ball and make a play. And, you know, right now, I'm surprised they haven't scored a touchdown yet.
Ball is at the 35-yard line of St. Charles. 1st and 10 for O'Fallon Christian. Norwine pitches left side, and this is Damon Clark. And Damon Clark picks up another first down as O'Fallon Christian just keeps rumbling offensively. And that offensive line of O'Fallon Christian, DJ, might be taking a little bit of a toll on that St. Charles defense, which has spent a lot of time on the field so far.
No question about it. Good pitch. Look at the big fella, Damon Clark, man. Boy, I'm telling you, for a big fella, he was getting up the field pretty good. Very powerful. And you can see the two defensive backs. They look like, oh, no. Here comes the big fella. Let me get out the way. That's a great run and great call. I like how Christian Eagles are mixing up their play calling, Randy, running and passing it.
That was Kevin Miller on the tackle. Now on an end around, this is Prince. Dantrell Prince.
He's gone.
Aiming for the corner, makes the corner and gets into the end zone with a flag on the play. And this is going to be an illegal block against O'Fallon Christian.
Wow, I'm telling you what, folks, it may have been an illegal block, but you see how special this young man is. He is big time, baby. I got to give him a double big time. He makes plays. They came back with a nice inside trap. I like what it was, like a reverse
during the play,
inside trap.
Illegal block in the back by Christian. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Replay the down.
That'll move the ball back to outside the 30-yard line.
Beautiful misdirection inside. You take the motion of the team. You take him to the left. You bring him back. And I'm talking about the big-time player, Prince. Bring him back the opposite way like a counter. And, man, it's just taking the place of a running back, coming right off tackle and doing a great job, putting a move on the defensive back, outrunning the other one for 6 points. However, it was a blocking infraction on that play.
Cockrum in motion. Norwine to throw. Right side, and this is Canterbury, who's knocked out of bounds after a short pickup for O'Fallon Christian.
If you're the receiver that plays opposite of Prince, you got to be really loving it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know why? They're going to double, triple team him. You're going to have a lot of single coverage on the back end, and you should get a lot of pass thrown to you on that back end.
And Norwine appears to be a very accurate thrower. From what we've seen so far, what his statistics tell us, seems to be a guy that puts the ball right on the mark.
I'll feed them a little diet of the big fella. I'll give it to my man, Damon Clark. Let him pound it in there a little bit.
Second down play. Here is Norwine pitching to Clark. And Damon Clark is wrapped up and brought down, but a nice pickup for Clark, and it appears that he has a first down.
That's a nice play right there, running downhill. I mean, you get a big fella like Damon Clark, get him going, Randy. He's a load to try to bring him down. You got him in the backfield. I mean, he is a load. He gets going. You don't want to tackle him, makes a nice pickup. Great job.
Clark, a 5'11", 233-pound junior. And another timeout on the field. This one by St. Charles with 2:04 remaining in this first quarter.
When I look at these two teams, and you can see the contrast, when you look at, let's start with O'Fallon Christian Eagles. They're a very versatile offense. They're going to pass the ball, they're going to run the ball, they're going to do options, they're going to do triple threat reads with the quarterback, and they're going to get the ball in the hands of Prince. But when you look at this Pirates team, Randy, they're pretty one-dimensional. They're going to do a triple receiver side and throw it bubble screens and try to make his man beat your man.
There's the schedule for O'Fallon Christian, and they have to like the way their schedule looks.
Yeah, it's very favorable. I tell you, the two schools that I'm going to be very conscientious and want to watch, that Cardinal Ritter team and that Scott City team. Because Scott City, regardless of what they do, they always competitive.
Always good.
I mean, they almost every time you have state championships, Final Four, Scott City is one of the teams that's always there.
And then you see Duchesne there at number 5 as well.
Yeah, so I mean, they got a nice competition that they're going to play against to go far in the states.
O'Fallon Christian went 9-2 last year, made the playoffs and lost to Berkeley. That's the team that eliminated them. Norwine, the quarterback. And he hands inside, and there isn't anything there for Buer this time as he is dragged down by a host of St. Charles tacklers.
Anytime you get that stack right there, you can see who's on the bottom of the pile. You saw almost the entire offensive line for Christian Eagles on the ground. That means the St. Charles Pirates, they submarine, they came in, they kept the balance, and they made plays. They stacked up the entire inside running game and not allowing the running back to get upfield.
Michael Looney in on the tackle for St. Charles there. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for O'Fallon Christian. Now a fake, and they're going to go to Prince, and Dantrell Prince is going to race into the end zone for the touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run for Dantrell Prince makes it a 15-0 game.
And not only that, when he made that's a nice inside trap. They run it in like an inside trap, Randy. Going one way, blocking down, and bringing Prince right back in like an inside trap. I mean, his speed and his ability. Once he gets past the line of scrimmage, man, it's going to be hard to bring him down. And not only that, the big fella get in the end zone, and he throws a little flipper at Raheem Alexander, let him know, you don't want none of this, little fella. You got to get out of the way.
Now they'll go for 2 again. Last time they were going to go for 2 before a false start penalty moved them back. Norwine will throw.
That far corner right there is right open.
And it's good. The
That's
two-point
nice.
conversion is good as the throw is complete from Norwine, the terrifically accurate quarterback, to Sam Henderson.
That was a well-executed play. Let me look at the play. They take the receiver, Prince, first coming touchdown. They come back and run an inside trap. No one's there. Look at that. And he throws the flipper at Raheem Alexander like, get out of the way. Now, coming back, look at the blocking. Man, you're talking about parting of the Red Sea, big fella. That's exactly what it was. Great blocking up front by the big dogs. And this is a well-executed play, my man. They take the inside Prince. They run him on a corner route. They come bringing him out inside corner route, bring the outside receiver across the middle. We're cleared out. Sam Henderson wide open, bam, 2-point conversion. Beautifully drawn and executed play by the Christian Eagles.
17-0, and O'Fallon Christian with the safety, the 2-point conversion, and then 2 touchdowns that came as a result, at least in part, DJ, of great field position.
Oh, no doubt about it. And what happened, it was an illegal substitution on a punt. They had to punt again this time. It was a bad punt, getting great field position, and great team do exactly what they did, take advantage of it, and put points on the board.
Now Buer will boot it away for O'Fallon Christian, and this one will bounce, and Coors will let it go out of bounds, and St. Charles will start with good field position after the kickoff out of bounds, and St. Charles will start at the 35-yard line.
Excellent heads-up play by Coors, recognizing that ball had a chance to go out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds and get the ball on the 25-yard line. That's what you want to do. You want to be smart. Don't try to get the ball, because if he'd have touched that ball, he was backed up in a very difficult angle and would have to bring that ball either straight down the line, Randy, or go way across the field.
And we had another penalty on that play. So O'Fallon Christian will kick it again, and rather than the ball that went out of bounds, they're going to have kick it again. I think I would take it at the 35 if I were St. Charles.
You know what? I didn't know they have options anymore. Every time we do a game, we get the rules change on us. I thought it was automatically comes out. I mean, it must not come out to the 35-yard line, because if it did, it's no way I could see the St. Charles Pirates not taking that ball at the 35-yard line. So it must come out to the 25, but I'd have taken it at 25.
Henderson and Coors back to receive the kick, or I'm sorry, Alexander and Coors. And here is the boot, and it's along the ground, and it's going to be Coors. Sam Coors looks for a hole, finds one, bursts through and across the 40-yard line. So either way, St. Charles will have better field position than they would have, as they'll get things started at the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line, with 1:03 remaining in the first quarter and a 17-0 lead for O'Fallon Christian.
Yeah, and obviously that was a good call by the coach to have them to re-kick the ball and get better field position that time. But if I'm St. Charles, you got to be aggressive. You got to start going down the field. You're going to have to make those linebackers drop out of those zones, Randy. The linebackers, Damian Clark and the fellas, they're able to take away the run. And that's the philosophy of Coach Hare. Talking to him prior to the game, he said, we want the St. Charles Pirates to throw the ball. We're going to take the running game out of it, make them throw it.
And I don't believe that St. Charles has run an offensive play in O'Fallon Christian territory yet. And Austin is dragged down from behind, and that tenacious defense for O'Fallon Christian is able to bring him down. And Dantrell Prince was there. So was Damon Clark.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, okay, we're going to test you. We're going to try you. When you see Prince able to come up there, but it started on the defensive line. They bounced that play out of bounds. They bounced it out wide. They made the running back arc it out. You see how Prince came up and Clark, what you call scrape, come down the line of scrimmage, get up there and make a play. That's very good, solid defense by the Christian Eagles.
Pickup of 1. It's 2nd down and 9. Miller to throw. And this is intercepted by Dantrell Prince. Prince has it inside territory of St. Charles. And Dantrell Prince making moves and finally tackled inside the 30-yard line for O'Fallon Christian. They get the turnover and they get more great field position.
Yes, sir. Big fella. I got to give to him, Randy. I was trying to hold it up, but I can't. Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. And you know what? Dantrell Prince, you're a big-time player. Look at that great read on the quarterback. It's a seam route. He's able to read that baby and go high up in there and get it and make a spectacular return. I thought he was taking that baby to the bank and cash it in for 6. He was going to cash that check in. This kid is special. He's everything the build-up they have given him. He is a big-time player.
Norwine, the quarterback, in the final 10 seconds of the first quarter. He's got Buer in the backfield with him. He's going to throw left side. And this is O'Fallon Christian's wide receiver making the catch and making it down inside the 20-yard line was D.T. Christensen.
That's a good play by D.T. D.T.'s able to get the ball and make a nice play, making a good play.
Dantrell Prince with the interception to set up this possibility for O'Fallon Christian. They lead 17-0 after 1.
High school sports on CCIN. Brought to you by the Carpenters Union. Nail down a career in carpentry today. And by Charter.
Are you a high school senior with big ideas and no way to fund your education? Are you handy, creative, and ready to try a big adventure? My friends at the Carpenters Union have a solution for your future. Earn while you learn a career in carpentry. As an apprentice, you'll receive more than 4 years of hands-on training. You'll also receive health insurance and a retirement pension. Nail down a career in carpentry. For more information, call 314-457-8300.
I was in junior high the first time I caught my mom using denial. She had to have known her painkillers were missing because I kept stealing them. Her denial was so out of hand.
So she doesn't even know? I'm going out.
It was like I could get away with anything.
You kids have fun.
And that was when I knew. When she was addicted to denial.
Denial is a drug. Get help. The partnership at drugfree.org.
Have you seen a game on CCIN that you would like to own? Go to chartertv.com and click the DVD order tab in the right-hand corner. Select a sport, choose a season, and pick your game. Simply complete and submit your request, and our CCIN staff will do the rest. Own your slice of high school sports history. Order your DVD today.
Growing up, I always played hard, whether it was team sports or just riding around the neighborhood with my friends. But I always made sure I played safe. That means wearing a helmet whenever you ride your bike, skateboard, or play contact sports. So the next time you go out to play, remind your friends and family to put their helmets on and buckle that chin strap. Play hard, but play safe.
Number 8, Sam Bradford.
Demetrius Johnson. I'm Randy Carricker. It's our CCIN Game of the Week at O'Fallon Christian, leading after a quarter, 17-0 over St. Charles, and so far, even though he only has one touchdown, it has been the Dantrell Prince show.
Isn't he nice? I mean, he is nice. And I'm going to tell you a story about Damian Clark in this game. But this Dantrell Prince is just special. Everybody told me how good of a player he was and that he's a special player. And someone at college is going to be very happy to get him. I couldn't wait to see him play. Randy, he is worth the price of admission.
Oh, no doubt.
He is big time, baby. He's a big time player.
Now Sam Henderson will split out wide to the left for O'Fallon Christian. Prince is the slot man on the left side.
Anytime you see Prince in that slot, you better try to do some type of bracket. You better take a receiver, a cornerback, and a safety or a cornerback and line pack and try to bracket him inside and out because he can make plays. You want to keep the ball out of Prince's hands.
Canterbury, who has a touchdown tonight, splits out wide to the right side. Buer in the backfield. And this is Buer. And he is brought down on a good tackle by the St. Charles defensive end, Michael Looney.
That was an excellent tackle by Looney. I mean, he comes up and holds on tight, baby, not letting the running back get loose. But what I would like to see the pitch. I would like to see him pitch the ball to Prince.
I think they're setting that up.
Yeah, and let me tell you why. We know Prince can play, but they have 3 guys on defense waiting on him. I want to see how special he is. Can he elude 3 tacklers? If he does that, Randy, I'm going home, big fella. I'm taking my headset off and I'm leaving. I'm telling you, because this kid, it's nice. I'm just hoping they pitch it and see his ability to see how can he elude 3 tacklers, 3 defenders. I want to see that pitch. Pitch the ball to him.
Here's the measurement. And it'll be a first down for O'Fallon Christian. So they are once again set up with a great opportunity to score.
Yeah, no question about it, man. And one thing about it, they run a very efficient offense. I mean, they don't make a lot of mistakes. I mean, very compact. They're going to come with the read. They're going to come with the inside trap, like a reverse with Prince coming like he's a running back. But I want to 2 things. Get a ball to the big fella, Damian Clark, let him pound it, and then soften him up with the Prince.
From the 16-yard line. This is Norwine to throw under pressure. He's sacked. He loses the handle, and it's still loose, and St. Charles gets it back. His arm wasn't going forward, and the ball was knocked out and recovered by the Pirates, who get the play. Isaac Toll picked it up.
And that's a hard play. Let me tell you what, Randy. That's a hard developing play. You got to hope that the backside pressure goes for the fake inside and flattens down. But what happens, the defender stays upfield, chasing the quarterback, exactly what his responsibilities tell him to do. And he makes a great play, sacking the quarterback, creating a fumble. Excellent defensive play.
Sam Schleter forced the fumble, got the sack, and now Miller throws to the left side. And this is Coors, and Coors spins out of bounds after a gain of perhaps 5.
I like the quick hit that time. Get the ball in Coors' hand. Coors is a good player. Get it to him. You see a lot of action, reverse coming that way. Just get it to your receivers. Let your playmakers make plays.
It'll be second down now. Miller, the quarterback. And he's going to hand to Alston. Alston tries to find a hole. He gets outside, does find a hole, and is hit and dropped. On the tackle for O'Fallon Christian. Once again, that defensive tackle who's had a good game so far, Jordan Mosier.
That was an excellent run by Austin. Look at this, Randy. He bounced that baby, looking like the old young Marshall Fogg. Get on the outside, 28, and make a play. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's what you call effort. In football, like I tell you, every time we do the game, it's real simple. It's determination and effort. He was determined to make a play, and he made a great play. Good job.
Picks up a first down for St. Charles.
And the turnover may be the thing that St. Charles needs to get the momentum back on the side.
Flag flies as Miller throws right side, and this one is complete to a sliding Carl King. And let's see what infraction we have here.
Look like some type of illegal procedure.
It is.
When you do a lot of the misdirection, and that's what they call the old Grambling, the University of Grambling came out with the old misdirection plays years ago. That's what they're trying to do. And when you do
During
that.
the play, we have the illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. We'll replay the down.
And when he's talking about 5 men on the backfield, that's alignment problem there. One of the offensive linemen is off the line. They should be on the line, and that's what they call them. But when you do a lot of mixed direction, you got to have big spreads from the offensive line, and you got to space it pretty good. A lot of times when you're doing that, Randy, the offensive lineman got to see exactly where the center is and get their head right there, right across the bow of that offensive lineman, the center.
2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Toll back in the backfield for St. Charles. Miller points out where he sees Prince, and here's a handoff to Toll. And Toll is hit and dropped after a gain of 2, maybe only a yard there for Isaac Toll.
Well, I tell you what, that was a nice play. Coming in there and just really making a Rodriguez, number 52, man, he came in and watched that. If we get an opportunity, I want to see the splits on the offensive line if we get a good shot one time. Look at the offensive line. They are so spreaded, and that's the way they try to do all the mixed directions and try to create running lanes already. But the linebackers are doing a great job closing those running gaps down.
17-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian. St. Charles with the ball, and this is their quarterback, Miller. And Miller is spun around and dropped. Miller had 57 rushing yards last week for St. Charles and just couldn't find a hole that was wide enough on that play.
Yeah, well, I mean, they create a running lane with their spacing, Randy, the offensive line. However, you got to do something else to force those linebackers to take steps back. Miller just can't get the ball and think he's going to run right up there because the defensive line is doing a great job for Fallon Christian Eagles. And now they're allowing the linebackers to come up there and make a play, Randy.
3rd and long for St. Charles. Miller gets it away, and it's dropped. Incomplete. That was intended for Alston, and he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, Alston, in his mind, he's thinking, man, if I get the ball, I got to take it off. And a lot of times you want to make a play when your offense is struggling. That happens a lot of times. The receiver wants to make something happen so bad, he takes his eyes off the ball. Austin got to first concentrate, look the ball in, and then make a play. They're doing exactly what I thought. And I'm talking about the Christian Eagles. They got 2 return guys back there now, which will give them an opportunity to have some returns.
And it'll be kicked out of bounds shy of midfield. We have a specific channel for Sports Overflow now, channel 223, where you can watch live college sporting events as well as replays from this year's high school football season. Check your program guide or go to chartertv.com and click on Overflow Sports for a current schedule.
Hey, Randy, I understand what St. Charles head coach, Coach Liebner, is trying to do. He's trying to keep the ball out of Prince's hand. Hey, but you're hurting the team by doing that. You got to give your kids a chance. Hey, these shank punts ain't working, my friend. I mean, you may as well go for it on 4th down. I mean, if you're going to keep kicking it like that, go for it on 4th down because he's punting the ball 4 or 5 yards down the field. So you may as well go for it and not get it. I mean, because you got to have faith. And although he's a great player, Prince, you got to challenge him. Football is all about challenges.
Norwine, the quarterback for O'Fallon Christian, is going to throw to the right side. Prince. Dentrell Prince makes a move. He is wrapped up and he is brought down. And the defensive line for St. Charles moving in to make the play. And you got to give some credit because they haven't caught up with him much, but Sam Bethman did.
Let me tell you something. If Sam Bethman don't make this play, the big fella's taking that baby to the house. I'm telling you, Batman is able to stay and be disciplined in his position and make the play. Because Prince was cutting it all the way back, and he's about to take it up the field. It was no one there but him at the goal line.
A loss of 1, and it's 2nd down and 11 now for the Eagles. And now Norwine couldn't get the snap, and a flag comes down on the low snap to Norwine. After the low snap, we'll see what the penalty is here. You think somebody missed the snap count there, DJ?
Yeah, I mean, it seems it happened. I tell you what, I was able to see a couple high school games the last few days, and I've been watching it.
Face mask against St. Charles.
And Randy, what's interesting, I had an opportunity to go and see your old alma mater, Lindenwood, play Lincoln University this week with Mike Jones. Oh, it was a great game. And I got to tell you this, big fella. Mike Jones got hosed now, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He got housed, meaning that they gave some calls to Lindenwood, man, that wasn't too good, wasn't favorable.
During the play,
However,
we had a 5-yard face mask penalty, hands in the face mask, check on to the end of the run.
However, I must say this. There was two what they call targeting penalties. And they are really conscientious on that. And there's no negotiation on it.
No, 2 players thrown out, 1 for each side.
They call it, they kick these guys out of the game. And I'm telling you what, I like that.
Yep.
I like if a guy is targeting, trying to use his head to try to tackle someone. They are having zero tolerance for that. And I can appreciate that. But I can't appreciate the other play they called against my good friend. I'm telling you.
Lindenwood was up 24-3, and Lincoln came back, had a chance to tie it late, but a dropped 2-point conversion cost them.
Oh, my goodness, wide open in the end zone.
2nd down and 11 for O'Fallon Christian. Norwine lets it fly, and this is Canterbury, catches it for the touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Canterbury with a 45-yard touchdown catch from Norwine, who delivered a perfect strike.
Yes, sir. Canterbury, way to go, big fella. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass by Norwine. Norwine got some opportunity, free opportunity. He used his feet. He showed beautiful footwork on that, Randy. He shuffled up to the left. So Canterbury coming across the field, threw that baby right down, man, for 6 points. That was a beautiful play.
Corey Canterbury with his 2nd touchdown of the night. His first one, 31 yards. This one, 45. And O'Fallon Christian starting to run away with this one. And they'll try the extra point. Buer is the kicker. Waiting for the signal from the official. And it's good, and it is a 24-0 advantage for O'Fallon Christian. Let's take another look.
Look at his feet, Randy. That's good feet. Look at that. I mean, that's nice. You see the drills. So, young folks, when you see that play again, to a nice pass to Canterbury, a coach take you through those drills, Randy. Watch his feet. He sat, he moves, sat, and look at that. I mean, that was picture perfect. I mean, the footwork was just picture perfect. Canterbury does a great job not quitting on the play. Coming across the field from the opposite side, man, that was beautiful execution.
Talking to Torrey Holt on the radio show on 101 ESPN, and he is so proud of the fact that jump and bump that he and Isaac Bruce developed here in St. Louis has become a national and international sports phenomenon. Every sport, the jump and bump is a part of the celebration.
And you know what? They don't get credit for it.
No, they don't.
I mean,
they deserve it.
They really don't get credit for it. You're 100% right. When they were at their peak, those two guys was doing it. Now, everyone does it because you got to figure out where it comes from. I mean, you used to do the funky chicken. You knew my man Billy White Shoes Johnson.
That was great.
Did that. The earthquake, my man for the Dallas Cowboys, Butch Johnson did that. So so we got to give our boys credit for coming up with the chest bump. Give it to Isaac and my man Torrey.
Now an onside kick try. St. Charles gets it. And they will get the ball, and they haven't been able to move it, but they'll have it in O'Fallon Christian territory. And an interesting move.
St. Charles.
Big rivalry for St. Charles against St. Charles West next week, and then they'll take on Warrenton at Warrenton, go to Winfield. Orchard Farm is always tough, 5th-ranked Duchesne, and then they'll wind up at home against Hillsborough on the 25th of October.
Yeah, they got some tough games in there, man, and this should be interesting to see how they persevere throughout the year. But let me go back to that onside kick. I don't like it. It's bad. You give them great field position. Kick the ball deep and play defense.
I think they were going for the jugular there. And they know that St. Charles has not moved the football, and they get another great play O'Fallon Christian does in tackling Carl King.
Well, I tell you what, that ball almost came out, big fella. That was very good defense. And you know what, Coach Harry, he's feeling it, man. He's saying they can't move on us. We got confidence they can't move on us. And they call a fumble, big fella.
They did call it a fumble.
He said oh, wow.
So O'Fallon Christian gets it back. Let's take another look. And that was Dantrell Prince.
Don't tell me the big fella. Oh, man, that's big play. That's what I'm talking. Prince, you are big time.
And he pulled it right out. He caused and he stripped and he recovered.
Oh, my goodness. Now, you know what you got to do, Coach Harris? Reward him. Let him take one deep. That was a big-time play, my friend. He came up, made the tackle, stripped the runner from the ball, and take it. We never saw it until we saw the official go that direction, point that way, first down. Now, reward the big fella. Get it to him. Let him go deep and take it into the house.
And Norwine is going to throw. He gets it away, and it is caught by Prince. This is Dantrell Prince, and he is able to get away from a tackler.
Oh, my goodness.
Inside the 20.
Oh, my
Prince
goodness.
on the sideline.
No. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Dantrell Prince,
yes, sir.
54 yards. He strips the ball, recovers the fumble, and then catches the touchdown pass to put his team ahead 30-0.
Big fella, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to anoint him. He is the Prince. I'm telling you, that was a big-time play, man. You're talking about athletic. This kid is everything they spoke of prior to doing this game. And let me give CCIN credit because they say he was a big-time player and we had to watch him play. Big-time player, made a big-time play in a big-time game. Prince, that was beautiful. And what I say, Randy, reward him for the spectacular defensive play he made. Let him come back offensively and take it to the bank, cash it in. Big-time play by Prince. 2
touchdowns in 26 seconds for O'Fallon Christian. Now the snap is high, and the extra point try is good, and it's 31-0 with 7:07 left in the second quarter.
I'm not going to call him Prince. You know what I'm going to call him, big fella? I'm going to call him after this move coming up. Look at this move right here. This is unbelievable, folks. This is beautiful. Watch this. Watch the change. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to call him the Prince. I'm telling you, I got him, call him, I'm anointed him the Prince. That was a big-time athletic move. Randy, he is what everybody said he is.
He looks like the king to me.
Oh, my goodness. And we're not talking about coming to America. That is beautiful, man. That shows you his explosiveness and his speed. He's able to stop, reverse, and take off at no time flat and warp speed. Oh, man, he is special.
So he has a touchdown run, he has a touchdown catch, he has an interception, and he has a strip fumble recovery.
Now you see why he was a 2-time player of the year. He is big time. This kid, Dantrell Prince, is everything everyone spoke of. He is electric, electrifying. I could give him all the superlatives because that's what he is. You name it, that's what he is.
And this has to be disheartening for St. Charles.
You know, when you got a player like that, I'm assuming sometimes players from St. Charles is watching him while they're on defense like, man, this guy's good.
As a fan, right?
Yeah,
hey,
he is
I
so
got to
good.
play against Dantrell Prince. This is Coors from his own 15-yard line. Sam Coors up the middle. Coors is able to spin forward across the 40-yard line, and St. Charles will have some of their best field position of the night.
Yeah, when you watch a kid like Dantrell Prince play as a defensive team, as a defender, And as the players on the side and the coaches, you got to be saying, hey, man, we're watching something special here. Although he's playing against you, you got to say, oh, my God, he is everything they said he is. He is big time.
Now a timeout on the field. And St. Charles has spent very little time offensively in O'Fallon Christian territory. As a matter of fact, they haven't moved the ball into Christian territory. The only time they really had it there was after the failed onside kick try.
And I know by Misha rules at a certain temperature, it needed a water break. But this performance right here, big fella, I don't know if they need a water break. I mean, Dentrell Prince is putting on the show.
Yeah.
And everybody is watching it. Anybody need a water break would be him. Just let everybody else play and give him a water break because he is putting on a clinic. Oh, my goodness, he's special.
Prince, if you're not aware, is a senior, and he's 6 foot, 198 pounds. Let's take another look at his strip and recovery that we didn't even see.
I had no idea. He's like the Magic Man. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's football. Oh, that's beautiful. That's football IQ, that, Randy. I like big-time football IQ. And then you reward him for being the Magic Man with the football IQ. Watch this. Watch this, folks. This is beautiful. Oh, Picasso. That was Picasso, baby. That was a big-time move by the Prince.
Let's see how St. Charles approaches this situation from their own 41-yard line. 6:59 remaining in the second quarter. And they're going to run it with Alston. Alston spins away, but he is hit and dropped, and a gain of 1 for Austin of St. Charles.
Yeah, and I know Austin's probably thinking they got more than 11 men on this field. Because every time he gets the ball, it seems like all 11 players are on top of him. And he's got to be thinking, it's got to be more than that. Because his ability, now he can elude tackles and make plays, but he is getting swarmed by that defense.
Now up the middle, it's Kevin Miller, the quarterback, and Miller is dragged down from behind. And making the play was Damon Clark, who plays fullback and on defense is a linebacker.
And let me tell you a story about this kid, Damon Clark. I mean, Damon Clark has been a part of the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation since he was a kid. His mother, Carla Clark, has been a part bringing him out, delivering turkeys, been a part of the whole community. Damon Clark is an outstanding young man. He gives back to the community, does a lot of community service, and just a great, pleasant young man. And I am truly thankful and honored that I have an opportunity to do his game because he's been asking me to come and watch him play. And now we're doing his game on TV. Damon Clark, my friend, I salute you for all the work you do off the court and out of school in the community. Great job, Damon Clark.
Absolutely. Timeout on the field called by O'Fallon Christian. They lead by a score of 31-0. And if you missed the beginning of this game and you want to see it again, you can by just watching it on demand with Charter Communications. That's right, you can watch all the highlights from your school's big game with Charter on Demand. Just go to Channel 1, Local Interest Sports, and then High School Sports to watch high school games and more. High School Sports on Demand, updated with all the big games from the season. In addition to high school sports content, Charter Digital TV and On Demand is your own library of movies and shows. The newest releases are always in stock, available and ready to watch on your schedule. For more information on Charter on Demand, call 888-GET-CHARTER, 888-GET-CHARTER.
And let me tell you something. This game right here, to see this kid, Dentrell Prince, again, I'm going to watch it over and over and over again.
3rd and 4 for St. Charles. And Miller is going to throw to the right side, and this one is off the fingertips of his intended receiver and dropped. He tried to get it to Josh Goldstein, and Goldstein couldn't hang on.
And it looks like they may be going for it. I guess the coaching staff for St. Charles, the prior coach Liebner is saying, we have nothing to lose. We're losing pretty good. So we're going to go forward for 4
And I think it's what you said with their punting game as it is. And
I mean,
they've had difficulty with punting in their first 2 games. Why not go for it? And now a timeout called by St. Charles.
Because he's punting the ball. I mean, trying to keep it out of the way of a great return man, Prince. So they're trying to angle punt it. I mean, angle punting is very difficult. I mean, you see pros having a hard time
Absolutely
angle punting the ball. I mean, so can you imagine on a high school level how difficult it is? But I'm going to tell my kids, hey, man, I know you're playing against a great one. let's just do our best. Let's punt the ball up in there, and let's go down there and try to tackle them. Guys, spread out and keep your fingers crossed. I guess the coach shouldn't tell you to keep your fingers crossed. But in this case, I'll tell all the guys, we're going to punt it to him. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the Prince is not going to take it to the house. Yeah. And this guy plays, he barely comes off the field. He just comes off the field to take a quick water break. He's going to get the ball. So go ahead and challenge it. And, let him make plays. That's what I'm going to do. If he's going to beat us, I like to be beat by a great player.
Wonder if they make quick kick here. Miller lined up 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Look like the receivers are ready to go down the field and do something. Quick kick would not be bad.
Now he moves up a little bit, and he is going to throw it to the right side, and this is caught by Alston, and Alston has a first down for St. Charles. Their first down of the night, and they move into O'Fallon Christian territory.
Wow, that is a big-time relief for them. Now they got to sustain this drop ball. They cannot continue to allow their offense cannot continue, Randy, to give the ball back to the Eagles. The Eagles are scoring at any cost, all time, very easily.
And St. Charles going with an empty backfield now, as Miller will throw it to the right side, and this one is caught. And getting knocked out of bounds is the St. Charles receiver, Toll.
Now, what's interesting to me, in a non-back backfield, what you got to do if you are the Christian Eagles, I am going to pressure my linebacker because you don't have enough men to block him. Make that quarterback throw the ball a little faster, squat my defensive backs on a quick pass, and make a play.
On second down, Miller is going to look to the left, and now some pressure as he gets it away and throws to the left side. Intercepted, picked off again, and O'Fallon Christian gets the football back. They have been all over the defensive backs, and this time it is Norwine with the interception.
Yeah, I mean, that is a tough play right there. I mean, look at the quarterback here, Miller. He's standing here, he sees, he gets out of the pocket, and he's throwing. The receiver did not turn around and see the ball. The receiver was looking down at the defensive back like he was anticipating blocking for someone else who's going to get the ball. He never did see the ball, and it's an interception. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk by this play right here. And although the game seemed like it's out of reach, you would be turning off all the lights and blowing out all the candles if you score a touchdown on this one, big fella.
Now they're going to run it and perhaps bleed some clock, and now the ball pops out, and St. Charles gets it back.
That was a nice tackle by the defensive player. I couldn't see the number. That's exactly what they needed. They needed to do something positively defensively so they could try to build on it and try to get in the end zone.
And it's easy with a 31-point lead midway through the second quarter to get a little bit careless, and that's what happened with O'Fallon Christian as they turn it over, and St. Charles now with their best field position of the night.
And let me tell you about coaches. I don't care how great you're playing, they ticked off on turnovers because you don't want to get in the habit of making turnovers. You got to stay focused even when you're beating the team badly.
Now another interception. Norwine again. 2 defensive plays and 2 interceptions by Norwine. And now on 3 consecutive plays in this game, we've had turnovers as O'Fallon Christian gets it back.
Yeah, don't you think they'll stop throwing the ball over the Norwine side?
You'd think so.
I mean, Norwine is a ball hog.
But guess who's on the other side?
I know, but hey, I'm throwing it down the middle then. I mean, this kid has made some very nice plays defensively. Staying focused, making plays.
5:17 left in the second quarter from the 35, the 25-yard line. It's O'Fallon Christian's football. 3 consecutive plays with turnovers in this game. Norwine has Clark in the backfield with him. Norwine to throw, under pressure, sacked. Getting in there and making the play for the Pirates and delivering their first sack of Norwine was Blake Sept.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to pick him up. And I tell you who the back was, my man, Damian Clark, you got to be able to take that fake, but then you got to be able to pan across immediately. You don't see no immediate threat coming to your way. You got to look on the opposite side and pick that block up. He's got to make that play and give his quarterback an opportunity to get the ball out of there.
And Sept comes off limping. And now we've got second down and very long for O'Fallon Christian.
Well, it's long if you don't have the Prince. But if you have the Prince, it is not a hill for a climber, big fella.
Prince is a slot on the left side. They're going to pitch left side. This is Buer. And Buer tries to turn the corner. He does. Spins and is brought down.
That was a nice run by Buer. What he did, Randy, he came in and dipped inside, forced a containment. Look at this. This is good running. Watch how he dip inside and force a contained man to stop for a second, then able to bounce it outside. One thing a coach is going to tell you from that defensive team, if you the outside man containing it, bring everything back inside to the pursuing defense. You cannot allow him to turn the corner and bounce it outside.
Gain of 10 brings up a third down and 11 for the Eagles. Dantrell Prince to the near side. And Norwine with plenty of time gets it away and over the head of his intended receiver Cockrum, and it'll be fourth down.
I don't know, is this the first punt for the Christian Eagles? I can't recall another punt. Maybe there was, and I just can't remember it. It's been a long time ago since they've gotten stopped.
It has been.
With the ball.
Norwine will boot it away to Coors.
That's one thing that irritates a coach. When you're on the special teams and you're not in the game, you're running in that last ball. I tell you, you want to get on the coach's bad side,
yeah,
don't know that you're supposed to be on the special teams.
That's what happens when you never punt.
That's true. You forget.
Yeah. Oh, we're actually going to kick the ball?
I know. Wow.
Now Norwine, the left-footed kicker, gets it away. A high kick that rests inside the territory of O'Fallon Christian. And St. Charles will take over at their own 44-yard line with 3:20 remaining in the first half, trailing by 31-0.
I need to ask this question. Has punting gone away from just getting a snap, getting it, and just kicking it straight? I mean, all
yes.
the running and all the like soccer kicks and
right.
all that good stuff. I mean, what has happened to our game that you just can't get the ball and angle the ball to that side rather than running and kicking the ball to that side? It is amazing how this whole game is just evolved into something totally different, almost like the soccer goalie.
But it does seem in college and high school that walk to the side is done, but in the NFL you just don't have time to do that. Here's a completion to Goldstein in the territory of the Eagles.
You know, I've never noticed they don't do it in the pros.
No,
but that's only college.
Right, and high school. They've just like we just saw with Norwine, taking that step.
You know what? I'm gonna make sure I watch that this weekend. I'm gonna see if any pros are doing that. You may be right. That's a good point.
They seem to just stand back there and let it rip. Second down and 4 for, let's call it second and 3 for St. Charles. Miller to the right side, and this one is caught. Nice grab there for the St. Charles wide receiver, Carl King.
That seemed like to be the best play for St. Charles, the Pirates, is just throwing an out loop, flare out to the outside, clearing it out with the outside receiver, inside receiver just bend it to the sideline, throwing the ball to him, getting upfield, making positive yards. Just keep playing it, keep throwing it until Christian Eagles make a stop on it.
And another first down for the Pirates. Miller with twins to the right, trips to the left. He's got Coors, but he is sacked.
Nice play. That's a nice play by Damon, my boy Damon Clark, man. That was a nice play. Got off there and he flattened down, showed some very good speed, and tracked down the quarterback. Look at this. Miller's not that slow now. I mean,
he was held.
Wow, he was. And made a nice job holding on to the jersey and trying to strip the ball once he was able to get the quarterback Miller in his grasp. That was a very good play by Damon Clark.
Ball is back to the 46-yard line for St. Charles. So it'll be 2nd down and long. 2nd and 14 for the Pirates. Now Miller, and they've gone strictly empty backfield, has St. Charles. Throws to the left side. That's Coors, and Coors is popped down after taking it inside the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Very nice tackle that time. I mean, it's almost like a cover 2. The corner comes up, bam. Boy, that's a nice tackle. Coors come up and make a nice play.
King, Alexander, and Alston all split out to the right side. Coors to the left. The quarterback, Kevin Miller, looks and throws to the right side, and this one is caught. And taking it down to the 30-yard line is Carl King with another grab and another 1st down for the Pirates, and they're on the move.
Yeah, that was a good play right there. I mean, it's real simple. They just said, okay, we're going to do little hitch routes. We're going to drive up the field and stop and turn around and make the play. That's exactly what they're doing. In their mind, we got good enough athletes to go against your they look like they're safeties that's playing the slot receiver or your linebacker, outside linebackers. Those receivers are able to get in that little, what you call a little dead zone and make a play, go upfield for a nice little 1st down.
Now you've got Joler, King, and Alexander all to the right side. And he's going to throw to the right side. And this one's off the fingertips of 2 intended receivers. First King and then Alexander. And it falls harmlessly to the ground.
Spreading out, running that offense where you have 3 receivers stacked on one side, 2 on the other side with those big splits, it's making it very difficult for the defensive line to get to the quarterback because he's releasing the ball fast enough and not sitting in the pocket holding the ball. That's how you got to do it. You got to do quick release, get the ball out your hand, and just dink and dink it down the field.
Miller's going to run it. And he is popped down. Ball's going to be marked inside the 25-yard line as Miller took it up the middle for a nice gain for the Pirates.
You know, Damon Clark has some good closing speed. You see that play there?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Miller was about to take that baby maybe to the house. Damon Clark does a great job coming and closing down and making a play. That's good reaction by the linebacker coming from the left side of the field when you're looking at the quarterback to the right side, making a nice play.
Joler and Coors to the left side for St. Charles. Alston, King, and Alexander to the right. Miller looking to the right. And under pressure, he is sacked. Another sack. And another great job by the defensive lineman for O'Fallon Christian. That was Jordan Mosier with another sack tonight. That's his 3rd.
That's a beautiful play by Jordan Mosier. Randy, he did a great job with the strength of his hands. Bringing down the quarterback. This is a timeout now by St. Charles. Jordan Mosier beats his man, comes up, the quarterback's trying to get away. He showed very strong hands by grabbing that jersey and bringing him down. Boy, that was a big-time sack.
Next week, we head to the east side. Edwardsville will host East St. Louis, and the Flyers are extraordinarily talented again this year. Great Southwestern Conference matchup, and we're looking forward to it. Number 1 in the area versus number 9.
Yeah, it should be a very good game, man. And both of those teams are very powerful and make plays. They both got super athletes.
And East St. Louis, one of their best teams in years.
Yeah, they really are tough to beat, man. And once again, it's going to be interesting playing in that Southwest Conference over there in Illinois. That's a tough conference.
And one of our favorite venues is the venue at Edwardsville. We always look forward to going there and seeing our friend Ed Hightower, the superintendent of the Edwardsville School District, and everybody over there.
Ed Hightower does a great job.
He
man.
sure does.
And then he's a nice guy. The facilities at Edwardsville are second to none They are beautiful. The big Tron where you can see the replays of the game. Oh, man, it is spectacular. That's what high school football is all about.
So we'll be there next week. East St. Louis at Edwardsville. Here is Miller, fakes one throw and is able to get away from a sack under pressure. Gets it away and out of bounds.
Oh, man, let me tell you what Miller did, big fella. Miller saw the pressure. He tried to do a double move up top. The defensive back does a great job staying with the double move with the receiver. Miller gets flushed out of the pocket. Then he changed hands, Randy, and takes it with his left hand and tried to throw the ball. I'm telling you, man, you know when you're running for your life when you forget which hand you are. I mean, I'm telling you, they are putting some major pressure on Miller.
He got away from Caleb Eaton first, and then once again, who's in there? Jordan Mosier.
He was running toward the sideline and took the ball out of his right hand, put it in his left hand, and tried to throw the ball downfield. I guess you had nothing to lose. It was 4th down. You need to try to make a play.
They're saying 1st and short here. I didn't see a flag. Maybe it's a crew issue. And that was a 4th down play. So it's O'Fallon Christian, and the pass is incomplete, and flying over the top of the intended receiver was Miller with 16.9 seconds left in the half.
But, you know, I like that. I mean, that was a very nice design route. In the slot, they take the Prince, and they have him to come and do a wheel route, like he's going out, doing out route, and he turns it upfield. Then they take the outside receiver, put him in a deep, what they call a dig, crossing route across the middle. He was wide open. The ball was underthrown. That was a well-designed play, beautifully designed.
Let's see if they try to get the ball to number 85 here. And the Eagles may have called off the Wolves here. Norwine is going to throw again. He's able to get away from one tackler. He throws down the right side, and Prince has to go off his hands, and it's picked off. And down the left sideline, it's Alexander for St. Charles with 6.7 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the Prince, I mean, he's not perfect, folks. I know you're surprised, because I'm surprised. I'm telling you what, the Prince don't make mistakes like this, but he took his eyes off the ball, trying to make a play, trying to get that baby in the house. Look at that. You say you take your eyes off the ball, the defensive back does a great job staying with it, making a play, and that's what you do. That's what you call the old tip drill. Ball is tipped, you make a play. Raheem Alexander does a great job making a play. Good job.
So now St. Charles has it back. A lot of turnovers here in the first half. Kind of a sloppy game, even though it's 31-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian. Throw to the left side. That's Coors. Or rather, Joler. Joler is knocked out of bounds with the end of the half occurring. That'll do it for the first half, as the O'Fallon Christian defense was terrific. O'Fallon Christian with a touchdown from Canterbury, the first of his 2. Prince also had 2, including a 9-yard run, and that will do it for half number 1 here at O'Fallon Christian High School.
Hi, I'm Andy Bennis. Are you a high school senior who's not sure what you're going to do after graduation? Have you thought about your future? These are all very big questions, but my friends at the Carpenters Union have a solution for your future. Earn while you learn a career in carpentry. As an apprentice, you'll receive more than 4 years of hands-on training. You'll also receive health insurance and a retirement pension. Nail down a career in carpentry. For more information, call 314-457-8300.
Every child deserves hope and healing. Specialized care. 170 hospitals strong. There's one near you. They all need your support. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Helping local kids.
Charter High School Sports on CCIN is brought to you by you. For the past 13 years, CCIN has been the leader, providing the most comprehensive coverage of over 25 high school sporting events in the greater St. Louis area every season. Professional commentators, multiple camera angles, and the hardest working crew in town. Catch a new client from the quarterback. Score some business with customizable slow-mo replays, and promote an upcoming event with our in-game graphics.
8 yards, 80 plays, and a touchdown is our carsoup.com Super Drive. Find the best deals from the best local dealers, all in one place at carsoup.com. Our Car Soup Super Play of the game, the alley-oop to Tut.
No doubt. You want to drive a nice car and go and get it, big fella. He drove it home with the slam dunk. Great job being the Car Soup Super Play of the game.
All current season games can be found anytime on demand by tuning in to Channel 1 and selecting local interest. Where did you go to high school? This is where we went.
The Carpenters Union is proud to present high school football. Do what you can. High school football. Yeah, on CCIN. Oh yeah. You got blessed with a stiff arm. You can't stop me. Try to pass the ball. You can't top me. Going all the way, scoring the touchdown. In the open field, flying around. Like an eagle. In the hole, cut through. Here's what you gotta do. Superman, don't miss any of the action. To the CCIN this weekend. Yeah.
Are you a high school senior with big ideas and no way to fund your education? Are you handy, creative, and ready to try a big adventure? My friends at the Carpenters Union have a solution for your future. Earn while you learn a career in carpentry. As an apprentice, you'll receive more than 4 years of hands-on training. You'll also receive health insurance and a retirement pension. Nail down a career in carpentry. For more information, call 314-457-8300.
DJ and Randy from O'Fallon Christian, the Eagles leading St. Charles 31-0 as we get ready for the second half. Let's take a look at the way the scoring has unfolded in this game. And the first score of this game was a safety. Kevin Miller, the St. Charles quarterback, was deep in his own territory as the Pirates tried to break out of their own end zone, the shadows of their own end zone, but he was sacked, brought down by Frank Davis. It was a 2-0 game. And then after a short kick, Norwine from the 31-yard line hits Canterbury for a 31-yard score. Canterbury cradling it in, and it was 9-0 after the PAT. Before the first quarter was out, Dantrell Prince with a 9-yard touchdown run. And then Henderson caught the 2-point conversion from Norwine. This made it 17-0 in favor of the Eagles. We move to the second quarter, and midway through, another touchdown from Norwine to Canterbury. DJ, this one for 45 yards.
That was great footwork by the quarterback, and boy, Canterbury beats the defensive back. What nice play.
Then after a great strip and fumble recovery by Prince, he catches a pass for a touchdown, 54 yards on the very next play.
This is my man right here. I call him the Prince. Watch this, but whoops, and he takes that baby to the house. Hey, cash it in, big fella. Beautiful run.
Those two touchdowns, the last two, came within the space of 26 seconds. 8 turnovers in the first half. And that was obviously a huge part. O'Fallon Christian could have pulled away even more. Let's take a look at the Hot 104.1 keys to the game as we'll recap those, DJ.
We talked about the open field tackling by St. Charles. They didn't do a very good job bringing down the Prince. And the balanced attack, not able to pass the ball and not able to run the ball. Giveaways, they've had a few turnovers in this game. When you talk about O'Fallon, both teams had 4 turnovers. Read to deep. O'Fallon Christian has been able to do a very good job. Quarterback pressure. They've been able to put pressure on the quarterback, and my man, the triple threat, the Prince, has lived up to his billing.
Actually, he's a quadruple threat tonight. He has an interception that he picked off. He has a fumble, strip, and recovery. He has run for a touchdown, and he has caught a touchdown pass, and he'll be back to return the kickoff in the second half. O'Fallon Christian won the opening kickoff and deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and that's what I'm interested to see with O'Fallon Christian. Can they stay focused? I mean, you're up 31-0 at halftime. Coming out in the third quarter, this is when the coaching, to me, really, it really tells if your kids is buying into what you're talking about in terms of being disciplined and execute. Because you're thinking, you go in halftime, what did coach tell you? Hey, man, you guys, you're not playing well. You're up 31-0. So now you got to keep the young players focused. Now, I'm going to look at the leader, and that's the Prince, and say, guy, keep this team focused. Let's go ahead and get this thing over. Let's play hard. Now, if I'm Joe Libner for St. Charles, I'm telling the guys, look, we got to keep playing. We got to fight through this. We know this is a very good team, but let's build on it. Let's get a score. Let's get some positive out of this because we got more games to play. You know, this is only our second game. We got a long way to go. In order to get better, we got to take one quarter at a time to get better.
And St. Charles had 5 takeaways last week in their 27-20 victory over St. Mary's. They do have 4 takeaways tonight. Defensively, they certainly have not let up, and offensively, it's just a matter of getting into a rhythm. And they did get into a rhythm with Miller throwing to the right side there in the second half. They don't have much of a running game tonight, but Miller has been able to pick up yards through the air, just no points.
Well, when you think about Coach Andy Hare for O'Fallon Christian Eagles, he said, okay, I'm going to force the St. Charles Pirates to pass the ball. We're going to take out the run game, and you can see they whole game focus is putting in linebackers right in those big spread gaps, let them shoot, led by Damian Clark, shoot the gap, make plays, and force Miller to throw the ball downfield, which he's not been able to do, you know, efficiently or effectively.
Our second half kickoff is brought to you by the Carpenters Union. Nailed on a career in carpentry today. Garrett Shields will kick it away for the Pirates. Prince and Canterbury are deep. And we are set to go in the third quarter from O'Fallon Christian in O'Fallon, Missouri. Shields gets ready and waits for the signal and steps into it. And this low kick will go out of bounds as Canterbury touched it, and the flag flies. So it went out of bounds before Canterbury was able to get his hands on it.
Was there any question which side of the field they were going to kick that ball? They put all the speed guys to the right side of the field and kicked it to the angle to the right side of the field. You got to have some type of deception, my friend. Make them think you're going to kick it somewhere else. But when you put all your speed guys on one side and kick the ball inside, what is that telling you?
Keep it away from a number 85.
Yeah, but what I need to see, we're going to find this out next time, Randy. When the ball is kicked out of bounds, where should it be? Where should it be brought to if you decide to decline a penalty? And I know they changed it. I just don't know exactly where it should be.
Now they'll kick off from the 40 rather than the 45, and Prince and Canterbury are still deep.
If I'm Prince and Canterbury, I'm going to switch it over. I'm going to take Prince and put it with Canterbury, put Canterbury on the other side, because they're going to kick it to the left.
Let's see what they do here. They kick it along the ground, and let's see if they pitch it back to Prince. No, they don't. Right up the middle. And another good return for O'Fallon Christian, even though it wasn't the big guy. As a matter of fact, it was number 51. Usually you don't consider Troy LaCroix, the 6', 185-pound senior tight end and linebacker, as a return guy, but he did a good job.
What do they say? Dag if you do, dag if you don't.
Yep.
I mean, we got to pick which one going to beat us, what kind of beating we're going to get in terms of the poison we pick. You try to do a kick and make it. I guess he's trying to squib kick that ball.
Yeah.
But it just bounced up in the air. A nice position for the return man. He gets it and takes it upfield for a nice game.
It's been a tough go for the kicking game for the Pirates tonight.
And I'm going to put an asterisk by this, Randy, because if this O'Fallon Christian team scores, the game to me is pretty much over anyway, but it was no chance for the St. Charles Pirates to get anything on the score.
Norwine hands up the middle to Damon Clark, who is grabbed from behind by defensive end Michael Looney and dragged backwards. No gain for Clark on that first down play.
Number 77, Dryden. That is a big fella for St. Charles. I mean, look. I mean, if we get a shot at him, man, my goodness, he's huge. Look at the big fella. Oh my goodness. Woo! Man, that's a load. I wouldn't want to go against him in the middle.
Aaron Dryden, 6'4" and 363. He's a junior. And up the middle, it's the quarterback Norwine, who is grabbed from behind and tracked down by Ryan Payne, the defensive tackle.
Hey, and let me tell you something about number 77, Aaron Dryden. I watched him for the last 2 plays. He is quick for a big kid. He gets off the ball. It's got some nice light feet. I am really amazed how light of feet he has. Wow.
St. Charles making some personnel changes at halftime. We'll tell you about those as we go along here. Right now it's 3rd and 11 for O'Fallon Christian. Prince in motion to the right side. And Norwine is going to throw to the right side, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for Canterbury. Couldn't catch up to it, and it'll be 4th down.
Good defensive stop by St. Charles. The Pirates came out. They played with a little more, like, what do you call, finality there. A little more intensity. They got off the ball, and the big fella, I didn't see him early in the first half, but he came in and he's playing well. And this is what coaches tell you. Anytime you get a chance and opportunity, take advantage of it. Aaron Dryden's done that on that series, Randy. He came in and was very instrumental in the inside running to put pressure on the quarterback. Good job, big fella. That's the way to get in the game and show that you should be playing.
And with Dryden in there, they've switched to a 3-man line rather than the 4-man line they started the game with the ends being Sam Bethman and Ryan Payne. Now, O'Fallon Christian on 4th and 11 will kick it away. Norwine, the left-footed punter, gets the snap, runs to his left, and kicks a high kick inside the 30-yard line, and it's going to take St. Charles bounce, and St. Charles will get things started with their first possession of the second half, and 10:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. O'Fallon Christian leading 31-0.
I got to go back to my man, the big fella, Aaron Dryden, man. You get a chance, Randy, take advantage of it. He got in the game and made some nice plays, put some nice pressure upside. And you know what? And that's what it's all about. Just give a young man a chance. If you can't play, your play on the field is going to tell you can't play. But I think every kid that makes your team, I don't care what level it is, they need to get an opportunity to get a chance to see what they can do. And Aaron Dryden, man, you did a good job.
He sure did. Miller's still in there at quarterback, and he's going to throw to the right side, and this one is caught by King, who's popped out of bounds. And that has been the go-to play for the Pirates here in the latter part of the first half and early part of the second half.
I mean, it is, right? And I'm amazed that the Christian team has not been able to adjust on that play. That's been the best play of the evening for the Pirates, for this team, the Pirates. You got to make an adjustment on it. Come up, take that linebacker, jump on that play. You got safeties over top.
Now Miller looking right again and throwing, and this is King again, and he's knocked out of bounds with a first down for St. Charles.
Let me tell you why I like that play. You get the ball in open space to King, and you're telling Carl King, you're athletic enough, you're quick enough, you're good enough to beat the defender, and he did. Made a nice play, nice catch, get it upfield. Good job.
And one other thing they're doing here when they throw to the right side is they're keeping the ball away from the vicinity of Prince or Norwine. Norwine with a couple of picks in the first half. Prince had such an effective first half. Those guys played to the left side of the St. Charles offense.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, and you're smart. The top player on defense or the players try to stay away from it and go back on the backside. But then you got to make the adjustment as a coach on that play. That play is the best play of the game. You got to take that away from them. Make them do something else to beat you.
Alexander and King to the near side. Empty backfield for St. Charles. 9:49 left in the 3rd quarter. A 31-0 lead for the Eagles of O'Fallon Christian. Miller looking and throwing to the right to King again. And a flag flies as that play concludes. And King with another short gain, but a valuable gain for St. Charles.
They're going to call that late hit out of bounds. in sports like conduct, that's what they're going to call.
There it is.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, Randy. I'm going to run I'm going to take a cover 2 on that, right? Okay? I'm going to take my corner and have him line up like he's going to be deep coverage in that deep third. I'm going to roll him up after the ball should have, and he can take that baby to the house. Take the inside man, jam the receiver, take your safety, play him over top.
Absolutely.
Man, you can take that baby to the house.
That's the play.
That's their best play. That has been the best play of the evening for St. Charles.
And O'Fallon Christian just trying to keep the ball in front of them, but it's resulting in first downs for St. Charles.
Yeah, and you don't need to do it. You're up 31 points. You can be more aggressive defensively.
Now they show blitz and back off. And now looking left is Miller, throwing left and way overthrown. That was intended on the left side for Coors.
They did exactly what I said on that play. Although the ball went deep down the field on the backside, the corner lined up like he was going to be in the third deep. He came up to take away that play. The inside safety, the safety on that side went over top. Man, that was, it almost designed. I don't know if they listen to me, big fella.
Oh, I think they do.
But that was a perfect call. I'm going to come back with the same thing, because they're going to come back with the same thing.
So the chess match is on here in the second half. Second down and 10 for St. Charles. Pirates down by 31. Once again, O'Fallon Christian shows blitz, backs off, and now they come back up to the line of scrimmage, showing pass rush. And they're coming after the quarterback Miller, who throws it out of bounds to the right side.
That has been the best play. You take that play away from them, and now you're going to have issues because nothing else this team has been able to do. St. Charles team is worked.
And I think there is a fine line, and some coaches don't understand that, but in high school football, there's a fine line between having your pedal to the metal and having the gas pedal only halfway down. And it looks like O'Fallon Christian has pulled off a little bit, and they're keeping it halfway down.
I don't know if they pulled off. I just don't think they're executing. I think they came out and got a big lead, got a little comfortable now. But this is when you measure your team and get the maturity of your team, because it's going to come and play that you're going to have to play all the way to the end. You're not going to always beat these teams.
And now they are going to blitz, and that's why I said what I did. As a flag flies and Miller's going to run it, we'll probably have a hold on this play. Miller is dragged down, and 3 O'Fallon Christian players get to him, led by number 84, Michael Motto. But the reason that I said what I did, DJ, is because of that. They were showing blitz and backing off, and until that play, they really had not sent more than 4 in the second half.
Yeah, and I don't think it's because they wanted to pedal to the – they didn't want to do it.
Holding St. Charles. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Repeat the down.
I don't think it's because they wanted to loosen up. I just think they got conservative. I mean, some coaches get in their mind, we up 31 points. Hey, let's just play our basic coverage. But this is the time you work on all of this stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That you need to get refined, because you're going to play some tough teams coming down the stretch. You're going to play the Cardinal Ritters. You're going to play the teams like the Scott City teams. You're going to play those teams. You got to get ready to be able to perform at a high level all the time. That's what good teams do.
Now they're going to send King out to the left side. They have Alston in the backfield. And they send only one receiver out to the right side. That's Alexander. Third and very long, and a timeout called by St. Charles.
Hey, folks, I'm going to tell you something. This is a long game, folks.
Oh, yeah.
I am telling you, this is a long game.
Yeah, there are 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's already a 2-hour-long game. Hey, did you know that CCIN is on Locker Dome? If you don't already know, Locker Dome is a social network where fans and athletes can connect and share everything they love about sports. And now you can join the CCIN Sports Network on Locker Dome. Check out our promos, video replays, and behind-the-scenes pictures. Just go to ccin.lockerdome.com to view our page and join our network at Locker Dome.
Hey, I got what I call the Markel Smith watch of Vianney. And every time we do our games, I get text information. Markel Smith of Vianney has 3 touchdowns tonight. I'm going to try to find out how many yards. This kid, he is a big-time player, man. He is a nice player.
And Vianney with a new coach in Paul Day, the former Fort Zumwalt West coach, who brought most of his Zumwalt West staff with him. A very successful program at Zumwalt West, and now he'll try to get that Vianney program up and running and become a real power like some of the other schools in that conference. Here's a sack, and they did bring pressure that time, and Buer was the one that brought down Miller.
Well, that's what I like to see coaches do. I'm not a proponent of talking about running up score. I'm talking about a proponent of the offense making a play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to play. I don't care what the score is. And a lot of times, good coaches don't really care about the score, Randy. They care, if they got a big lead, they care about execution.
Let's see, 19 plus 10, 20, it's 4th and 34.
Wow, they went back pretty far, didn't they?
Yeah. So they're going to kick it away.
I'd be glad when we see the pass interference penalty in play, but no longer automatic.
Right. Oh, and here's a bad snap over the head of Goldstein. He's going to run into the end zone and try to get rid of it, and he's just going to fall down and take the safety to make it 33-0. The snap was 10 feet over the punter's head.
Wow. This is what you call a nightmare for the kicking team, my friend. Look at the snap here. Hey, let me tell you something.
You can't even see it.
Let me tell you something, folks. If you want your kid to get a scholarship, have an opportunity to go to college, teach him how to long snap.
Yep.
That is a premium position in football. There is so lack of long snappers going. They are looking, colleges are looking for long snappers, even in the NFL. That's a premium position.
It sure is.
Long snapping is an art. I mean, it's hard to do. If you can learn, if you can get your kid to long snap, I guarantee you there's a future for him somewhere in someone's college.
Our friend Cliff Ice, the head coach at Webster, said to my son Patrick when he was, before he got into high school, I guess Patrick was in 8th grade, he said, if you want to play football for a long time, learn how to long snap, and he's exactly right.
You remember the player for the Giants came, they brought a player out of retirement?
Right.
For just a long snap in the playoff game. I think they played the 49ers, was it?
Right, in the big comeback game for San Francisco.
Right, and the guy snapped the ball. You know, bad snap. Now, I'm going to just kick the ball deep, man. Don't angle kick it. Let me see. He's going to kick it here once again to the left.
I think this is just an inexperienced kicker, and they're doing everything they can. And now they're going to kick it along the ground. And this is Motto, and Michael Motto takes it out across the 40 to the 38-yard line, and that's where O'Fallon Christian will set up, leading by a score of 33-0.
Well, it's so obvious they're going to kick it to the left because they got more folks lined up on the left, on their right side on the kick team. So that means they're going to kick it to the left side of the receiving team.
Ball will be marked at the 38-yard line. Canterbury is out of the game right now. Prince is in.
As a coach, are you going to try to close this thing down?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to go deep in the end zone and try to close it down. Because if we can get another score here, then you got a running clock, get the chance to get inexperienced players in the game. But we're going to close it down if I'm this Christian school.
Buer in the backfield, Prince to the left, Norwine to throw. Under pressure, he gets it away to the intended receiver, and the DT Christensen could not hang on. And DJ, I really do feel this way. If you have Dentrell Prince in the game, you might as well use it.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not going to throw him the ball or use him, don't put him in the game. Take him out of the game. I mean, he knows the routes. He knows the things going on, but got to figure out a way to get your best player the ball all the time. That's what good coaches do. They figure out a way to get the ball in the hands of the playmaker and let him make plays.
Canterbury out to the right side. He has 2 touchdown catches tonight. Sam Henderson also in the game. Buer still in the backfield. Norwine under pressure and gets away. Throws, and this one is overthrown and incomplete. That was intended for Henderson. And now an injury for O'Fallon Christian as their offensive tackle Cole McCoy, one of the best in the area, limps off the field. Looks like he might have a cramp.
Yeah, and I tell you what, and this is, I'm kind of disappointed, and I would tell you I'm disappointed in O'Fallon Christian Eagles execution now. Being up 31 points, they've got 33 points, have gotten sloppy. Good teams, you just got to continue to work, and I know it's hard. No question about it. I do understand how difficult it is that they stay focused when you have a tremendous lead like you have in this game. It is hard. That's the hardest thing to do, to have your players to execute at a high level. But if you want to be a championship team, you're going to have to get that going.
Now Norwine, and a good job on the blitz by the offensive line. Norwine gets rid of it, and this is almost intercepted by Miller. He doesn't hang on. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't punt the ball, I go for it. Because the St. Charles Pirates, they're not offensively, I mean, they're just not going to do anything. So I'm going to continue to work on my plays, but what I find interesting, the right side of the offensive line for the O'Fallon Christian Eagles, they're bringing a lot of pressure on him. I don't know if you need to chip that in, but you got to do a better job in blocking on that right side for your quarterback.
And at the moment, Prince is not in the game, and now offsides as one of the defensive linemen for St. Charles came over the line. That was Sam Bethman. McCoy comes back in after limping off moments ago.
I want to know if we set a record today on penalties.
Penalties and turnovers?
Yeah. I think this is the longest game, I mean, without injuries.
Yep.
Most of the time a game's this long is because of injuries, but this game has gotten very sloppy.
It really has.
Yeah, and I like to see, and I think this O'Fallon Christian Eagles, I think they are a very good team. They got to learn how to stay focused in this very, blowout game. They got to learn how to stay focused because they're going to need it coming down the stretch.
Norwine throws, and this one is caught and brought down is the wide receiver Canterbury, and he picks up the 1st down for O'Fallon Christian. And Prince comes back on the field, as does Buer, and as does Brendan Gilliams, number 15.
Beautiful execution that time. That's what I'm talking about. But we got to get that on a consistent base. Every time the ball is snapped, that's the kind of execution I expect from O'Fallon Christian Eagles. I expect you to perform and execute at a high level, not at a so-so level if you're going to be a championship team.
We aren't even midway through the 3rd quarter yet.
You sure?
Norwine. This is Buer. Buer tries to cut it up, and he's brought down from behind. Nice tackle there by the St. Charles defender. Coming up from his safety position for the Pirates was Sam Schleter, actually the linebacker.
That was a very nice defensive play that time by St. Charles. They came up, closed down that 4th end, and made a play that came from outside in. You had your force man from the outside, you had your pursuit from the inside, and they make a very nice defensive stop.
Henderson out to the left side along with Prince. Clark is in the game. Canterbury to the right side along with Cochran. Clock running with 6:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 33-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian. And now we have a penalty. Another penalty is called.
Yeah, delay a game. I mean, I'm just not, I was impressed, but I'm not being impressed now in this game with the O'Fallon Christian Eagles because they're not staying focused. Good teams stay focused because you're going to have to play tough teams coming down the stretch. Execute. And I like the enthusiasm of Coach Andy Hare. I mean, he has a lot of enthusiasm, but it's got to translate over to these kids in a blowout.
Now Norwine is going to let it fly. If he can stay upright, he does let it fly down the right side. Wide open and caught and into the end zone for the touchdown is Henderson.
Wow, that was a great play that time.
Oh, no, he went down. He went down before he... No,
he's not in the end zone?
No, they're going to mark it inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Looked like he... Or do they give... They do give him the touchdown. Okay, they gave him the touchdown. So it's 39-0. Sam Henderson with the touchdown catch. I thought he had lost his footing. Let's take another look. He was in the end zone for the score.
Well, I tell you what, the defensive back, that is one of the sin rules right there, big fella. When the quarterback break containment and start scrambling around, you got to find a man. You got to find that defensive, that receiver, because that receiver slips out a lot of times in order to get wide open. That's exactly what happened.
Now Buer will try to make it 40-0, and he does. And under Missouri State rules, we will have a running clock.
Yeah, and I understand why they would do it, but watch this. See, as a defensive back, when a quarterback break containment and start scrambling, you got to look now, find a receiver. You got to find a man, because this is what happened. That receiver get right behind the defensive team and defensive back, wide open in the end zone for 6 points. The coach always tell you, find a man with that quarterback break containment, or stay in your zone. Stay in your area. Sam Henderson able to get wide open, easy touchdown.
Sam Henderson, the senior, 5'11", 159, and he makes it a 40-0 game.
Yeah, and you know what? And I thought St. Charles would be a little more competitive, because they came in, they started out being competitive. But when you get down early in the game, make some mistakes early in the game, sometimes you just take it all out of you. And then when you got a special player like the Prince, and he's making plays, it's big time. Mm-hmm. And he made big time plays, and you saw his athletic ability by the Prince early in the game, and you knew if you can't contain him, you was going to have problems. And they have a lot of problems because they weren't able to contain my man. I call him the Prince.
Now in a total of 6.5 quarters, O'Fallon Christian has outscored their opponents this year 90-0.
Wow.
50-0 over Van Far last week, 40-0 tonight.
That's a lot of points.
Yep.
That's a lot of points. I don't know if I'm going to say, okay, that's symbolic of this team, because they've shown me some weaknesses offensively. And when they play tougher competition, it's going to be a lot tougher to score that many points.
Good high kick. And this is Sam Kors for St. Charles. And he is brought down across the 30-yard line. And St. Charles will get things started from the 33-yard line.
And if I'm St. Charles, I'm just going to work on certain things, Randy, to try to get better. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep doing certain things to try to get better, make plays, you know, and try to get my execution better, because you're going to have to get better. You don't want to, I mean, losing this by 40-0 is a very difficult thing to do, but you got to fight through it, and you got to try to get better.
Kevin Miller last year threw for 28 touchdowns. He had a big year offensively and just hasn't been able to replicate that success tonight. This is Kors, and Kors fights for the first down for the Pirates. They haven't quit by any stretch of the imagination.
And you know what? I'm surprised that the official blew a whistle that soon, because Kors was still making some yards right there. Look at this, good catch. Bam, get hit here. And watch this, Randy. He's still taking 1, 2, and this guy's running. And they blow the whistle back there, right next to the first down marker, and it's a penalty flag down. I don't know if they're going to say he was aiding the runner. I guess you can do that. I don't know what they're going to call. But we shall see.
So they pick the flag up. And it'll be a first down for St. Charles at the 47-yard line.
And St. Charles try to get a score, get some positive going, you know, so they can build on it for next week.
They maintain their 5-wide offense. Now Miller gets it off over the middle. This is Coors again, and Coors certainly not giving up, and he's going to race to the end zone. Sam Coors goes for the score.
That's big. That is big.
Huge. A 53-yard touchdown from Miller to Coors. And St. Charles is on the board.
Let me tell you why that's big, because you're down 40-0, and you're thinking that the life is out of you, the wind is out of yourself. Make a big play. Get to the end zone. That's exactly what happened. I was just saying, Coors, he is a true football player, man. He fought through it. He made plays. He get hit. He continued to make plays, and he takes that baby in.
Have to admire his competitiveness.
No question about it.
Club down 40-0, and the play before was more representative of that competitiveness, but he still refuses to go down and scores the touchdown.
That was a heck of a play by him. Big time play.
53 yards on the play, and it is a 40-6 ball game. Now Clark was hurt, and they bring him off the field, and St. Charles will try an extra point here. And their place kicker is Tyler Matting. He'll try the extra point out of the hold of Miller. And a flag. No, it's blocked. It's blocked. And it's 40-6.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to that play. I didn't even see the ball kicked. Oh, look at this.
There's the touchdown.
I like Coors' attitude. Look at this. He breaks a tackle right here. That's 2. That's 3. And now he shows some speed in taking that baby to the house. That's great effort by Coors, man. Big time effort.
53
That's the way not to quit. Great effort.
And the Pirates are on the board for the first time tonight.
Love that effort.
And as you said, St. Charles wants to work on things for next week, and they were able to get something accomplished with their passing game, and they have to be thrilled that now they really do have something to build on for next week.
And no question about it, man. I mean, and that's what you want to do, man. I mean, you never want to quit. You want to figure out a way to continue to play through it, even though you're in a tough, difficult circumstances. You just want to keep fighting through. Now, on the other hand, if I'm the coach for O'Fallon Christian, I am telling my team, the defensive team, we wanted a shutout. How do you allow a 60-plus yard run or whatever that number was? How do you allow that to happen? If we're going to be a premier defense, we don't give up anything.
The reason that they allowed it is because we brought it up.
Yeah.
When I said they had outscored their opponents 90-0, almost immediately they allowed a score.
Because if you can go 2 weeks, 2 consecutive weeks with shutouts, that's big. That's really unusual. I mean, that means you've done something real special.
Still a 34-point advantage for O'Fallon Christian, and now the low kick, and we've got a flag and probably an offside. We do have an offside against St. Charles. And now the Eagles are, because of the short kickoffs, bringing their return men way up. Prince and Canterbury will set up at the 30-yard line for this next kickoff.
And now they're going to kick the ball back here to the left side. Man. I'm wondering what's the difference here. Why are they continuing to shift the kick. Huh. I wish I could find that out.
Shields will kick it. And he rolls it along the ground, and O'Fallon Christian falls on it at the 46-yard line.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out, why are they kicking the ball like that? I mean, you're not afraid of the return because you're giving the O'Fallon Christian Eagles great field position. I mean, it's not even crossing the 50-yard line. I mean, you're in your own territory. It makes no sense. If you're going to try to get better as a special team, you got to play the game and force your team to get better.
Now a new quarterback in for O'Fallon Christian. And it'll be Christensen running up the middle, and he's brought down immediately. O'Fallon Christians, D.T. Christensen, the sophomore, is into the game now. 6'2", 163 pounds, and he gets an opportunity, and Norwine's night is likely complete, at least at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I think you're right. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to play some of my younger players who don't get an opportunity because, you know, injury take place in games. You want to make sure that you got some depth, and that's what you're working on now in these kind of games, depth.
They give up the middle, and there's nothing there for Buer.
It's a fumble.
And a fumble, and it goes back to St. Charles. So a turnover-plagued evening by O'Fallon Christian.
Yeah, I mean, although they're winning 40-6, it's not. I'm not impressed. I was just being honest. And I'll tell you why I'm not impressed. Too many mistakes. Fumbles, turnovers, giving up a long run, and you're the better team. You cannot play, like that if you're talking about being an elite team. Elite teams don't continue to make those kind of mistakes.
And now Coach Hare has most of his number 2 guys in there. Here's a pass completed to Alston, and he takes it down to the 30-yard line. And a nice throw by Kevin Miller, and Alston with a first down for the Pirates.
Hey, the ones who's not giving up in this game is St. Charles Pirates. I mean, they're still playing hard. Alston gets the ball. He takes upfield, makes a nice game. Boy, that's a good tackle right there by Damian Clark. Boy, I'm amazed the ball didn't come out.
Now Miller throws to Coors. Coors makes the grab, and he is tackled short of the 20-yard line and short of a first down.
Coors has done an outstanding job. Every time he catches the ball, Randy, he makes a nice play. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Coors.
St. Charles with Alston in the backfield, and they send Coors out to the left side.
Now, if you have any pride as a defense, if you're O'Fallon Christian, you don't want them to score again.
No. Throw to the left side, and it's Joler. And Joler is brought down, but he picks up a first down. On the tackle was Canterbury for O'Fallon Christian.
Although you got this game under control, you never want to allow a team to come and score touchdowns on you. I don't care who you have in the game. And a lot of times, coaches look at the players and say, guys, we want to shut out. Don't give up any more scores. You're coming in with pride and trying to stop them from getting scores.
Now Miller will look to the left, and under pressure, he loses it, and an incomplete pass, and he was really popped down.
That's the first time in a while that the pressure's gotten to Miller like that. I mean, he's been able to sit back in that pocket and do whatever he wanted to do. That time he got a little pressure up there and knocked the ball down. But Miller has not been pressured a whole lot in the second half.
Now Miller throwing to the left side again, and this one is almost intercepted and dropped, and another flag flies. Canterbury almost had the pick.
Hey, do you think these officials want to go home? Or they want to keep the game going on?
They want to.
I'm telling you,
they
big
want to
fella,
call it correctly.
I mean, you can call it correct, but when you're down 40-6, you can let some things go and talk to the guy. You know what they tell us in education? A teachable moment. Let's do teachable moments here, officials, without using the flags. Let's tell the guys, I could have called a penalty on you on that play. Keep your hands in. Do teachable moments, man.
Chop block.
Well, a chop block, okay, I can see you calling that because you don't want anybody getting injured. A chop block when someone is engaged up top and someone come down while he's engaged with another player and block him below the waist.
And that'll set St. Charles way back after the 15-yard mark-off.
That wouldn't have been the time to have a teachable moment.
No.
The time to have a teachable moment when they hold on someone.
Ball's at the 35-yard line. 24 yards to go. Second down and 24. And another sack and a fumble. And let's see who got it if O'Fallon Christian was able to fall on it inbounds.
It doesn't look like they got it because they didn't give him. He probably recovered it, but it was out of bounds. Right.
Take another look here. And it will be O'Fallon Christian's football.
Yeah, excellent pressure by the backside by Jordan Mosier.
Well, I don't know why they're marking it where they are.
Yeah, because Jordan Mosier, because he went out of bounds with it.
But it's still St. Charles football.
Yes.
So they advance with the fumble.
Right. Fumbled it out of bounds.
And now here's a pass, and the third down play doesn't get nearly enough for the first down. And St. Charles, deep in O'Fallon Christian territory, will have the opportunity to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do, if I'm St. Charles, I'm just going to throw the ball deep down the field, just like a punt. You have nothing to lose. You're down. It's going to take almost an act of Congress to get you a first down in this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the ball downfield. If you get intercepted, just like a punt. But you got to pressure downfield. You can't do those little small routes, bubble routes. Got to go down the field and try to stretch the defense and hopefully make a play.
Less than 90 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Miller gets the snap. Throws over the middle, and it's off the hands of Coors and incomplete. And O'Fallon Christian will get it back with 1:09 left in the third, leading 40-6, and a flag is down.
We need teachable moments, Randy. We don't need holding calls. If it's not a chop block, teachable moments. And if it's on offense, decline it.
Ball start against St. Charles.
This is my question. And I've asked the official this. If it's a legal procedure, okay. Well, they declined it. But in the last game we did, the running back was going forward, never settled himself.
Right.
They called a legal procedure on him a few times in that game. Although he has the ability to go forward and reset himself, he never did. So why isn't that a dead play? Is it because he has the ability to reset himself? That's why they don't call it dead? See, that's why I don't understand the interpretation. I'm going to try to get some answers on that.
I'll have to check the rule book. Cunningham, the quarterback, and he's going to run it. And he'll be close to a first down for O'Fallon Christian.
You know, that was a 1st and 10.
Christensen, by the way, is the quarterback.
That was a 1st and 10. It looked as if he ran more than 9 yards on that play. I'm telling you, that was a long 9-yard run. I thought that was about a 30-yard run. Look out and see it. It's 2nd and 1. Wow. That was a long 9 yards.
They allow D.T. Christensen to play with some of the number ones. Prince is in there. Canterbury is in there. Handoff up the middle. Clark And another flag is going to fly after the short pickup for Damon Clark. And apparently we have an injured player on the field. Sam Henderson was calling the trainer in, and Clark will limp out. And we have another penalty, and this one is against St. Charles. There have been a few penalties tonight. Face mask.
Teachable moment. Keep your hand off the face mask. I'm going to call it next time.
37.2 seconds left in the third quarter, and it is
that's my man.
More than a 2.5-hour game.
That's my man, Damian Clark. Look like he's cramping up a little bit. Need to get some fluid in him. Well, I tell you why a lot of these guys will be cramping. This is a long game.
This is interminable.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's like, wow, I'm telling you.
Christensen sacked.
What is that, the twilight zone? When you thought you were somewhere and you really weren't there?
Sam Bethman got the sack. That's exactly right.
I think this is the twilight zone. I think we we're doing a game, but we're really not here doing a game.
It's unbelievable.
I'm telling you.
That'll be the final play of quarter number 3.
Oh, my goodness.
40-6 is the score. St. Charles has scored a touchdown tonight. Sam Coors got it. And this was the play in the third quarter that got the Pirates on the board. O'Fallon Christian 40, St. Charles 6 after 3 here at O'Fallon Christian.
High school sports on CCIN. Brought to you by the Carpenters Union. Nail down a career in carpentry today. And by Charter.
Hi, I'm Andy Bennis. You now have more than one choice when it comes to choosing union electrical contractors. The Associated Electrical Contractors, AEC of St. Louis, and Local 57, affiliated with the Carpenters Union, have highly trained electricians ready for your construction projects hassle-free. Local 57 members go through more than 5 years of hands-on training through Rankin Technical College.
Call the AEC for a list of local contractors at 314-457-9245. Energize with Electricians Local 57.
Have you seen a game on CCIN that you would like to own? Go to chartertv.com and click the DVD order tab in the right-hand corner. Select a sport, choose a season, and pick your game. Simply complete and submit your request, and our CCIN staff will do the rest. Own your slice of high school sports history. Order your DVD today.
Growing up, I always played hard, whether it was team sports or just riding around the neighborhood with my friends. But I always made sure I played safe. That means wearing a helmet whenever you ride your bike, skateboard, or play contact sports. So the next time you go out to play, remind your friends and family to put their helmets on and buckle that chin strap. Play hard, but play safe.
Number 8, Sam Bradford. The Carpenters Union is proud to present high school football. Do what you can. High school football. Yeah. On CCIN.
Oh yeah. You got blasted with a stiff ball. You can't stop me. Try to pass the ball. You can't top me. Going all the way, scoring the touchdown. In the open field, flying around. Like an eagle. In the hole, cut through. Here's what you gotta do.
Superman,
don't miss any of the action. To the CCIN this weekend. Yeah.
My mom's a hardcore enabler. I first realized it when she said we should have a party at our house.
We're gonna have fun tonight? You ready?
She even got my dad to say
Just lighten up a little bit.
They're teenagers.
All right, we're going back. Everybody's in the back.
She's so hooked on enabling that my friends think she's their buddy. If she doesn't care, why should I?
Enabling is a drug. Get help. The partnership at drugfree.org.
Fourth quarter here at O'Fallon Christian, where the Eagles of O'Fallon Christian lead St. Charles by a score of 40-6 with Demetrius Johnson. I'm Randy Carricker. Great to have you with us here on CCIN, the second game of our season. Next week we head to Edwardsville, where the Tigers will host the Flyers of East St. Louis. Looking forward to that one.
I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of action in that game, my friend. You know, the only thing I want everybody to do is buckle up your seatbelts, because that Southwest Conference over in Illinois is big time, baby. You're going to see a lot of Division I players from both teams putting on the show.
From the 35-yard line, it's second down and long for O'Fallon Christian. Second and 18 from the 35. And Christensen will go deep down the right side, and this is caught by Prince. Prince trying to make a move, has the first down and a lot more. This is Dantrell Prince down to the 27-yard line of St. Charles with a big reception from D.T. Christensen.
I was always a fan of Prince, and if he gets this baby to the end zone, I'm going to personally anoint him the king. I'm telling you what, if he gets going down with it, big fella, I'm going to say, you are the king. We're going to take the Prince out of it. I mean, he's just a nice player, man.
Great pickup.
He is a nice player. Well, no, nice. When I say nice, that means great. So if I say nice, guys, that means a great player.
38-yard pickup on that play. Now a handoff to Buer, and there is a player in the backfield, and Bethman has really had a big second half for St. Charles. He's been terrific.
He really has, man. I mean, he is making plays. And you know what, man? That's what I like. I'm more impressed with St. Charles. And I'm going to tell you what, because they still fight through it. And then you got young players getting in the game, and they showing what they can do. I mean, like my big boy in the middle, number 77, Aaron Dryden, the big fella. I mean, woo! And he's working. You can tell he's in some shape, man. It's hot out there, and the big fella is still moving pretty good.
Now it'll be second down and 13. And Christensen under pressure again, gets out of the pocket, looking and gets rid of it. And this one is out of bounds. It was caught out of bounds by Cochran, and he was actually inbounds when he made the grab. So a nice pickup for O'Fallon Christian for Jordan Cochran.
That really was a nice catch. Oh, look at it. Get his feet in bounds. Oh,
nice.
yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. I mean, that looks like some NFL stuff there, man. Getting the feet in bounds, stretching out, making the play on the tiptoes. That's nice.
3rd and 2. Christensen has the play. Checks in. Cochran will be a slot on the right side. Buer is the running back. Also into the game is Blake Husky as a slot on the left side. Christensen's going to try to run it, and he's slammed down. Isaac Toll with the play to bring down the quarterback and bring up 4th down for O'Fallon Christian.
I wonder how they figured out that play don't work with him. I mean, they've tried that play, and instead of going the other way. You know, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep.
They've got Prince in there.
Yeah, and let's see if they get the ball. I don't want you having your big-time player in the game don't get the ball in his hand. You got your big-time player in there. Let's get the ball in his hand. Well, they just brought the Prince out.
It will be 4th down and 9 to go.
Look like they're about to go for a field goal.
Buer is the kicker, and they're going to line up for a 42-yard attempt. And they just get a player onto the field. Christensen comes out, and let's see if they get the timeout here in time. We have a whistle, and we do have a timeout on the field with less than 10 minutes left in regulation.
And I understand as a coach, you want to try field goals because it's going to come down to some games, Randy, that you're going to have to kick field goals.
There's our small school poll. Burroughs with Gus Farrat having moved on. New coaching staff over at Burroughs, but they're off to a good start. They're 1-0 after their win over Cape Central. Althoff, Highland, Westminster, and you really have to like the looks of that small school poll. O'Fallon Christian is number 10, and now the large schools. And next week we'll see numbers 1 and 9.
And you know what, DeSmet, it's going to be an interesting year for DeSmet. I look and see how they're going to do. I mean, that's going to be interesting. And CBC should be interesting to watch this year. And I'm looking forward to seeing both of those teams.
And we'll have
play.
CBC and DeSmet when they play later in the fall.
Yes.
Norwine will be the holder for this 42-yard try for Buer.
This would be big because it gives you an opportunity to work on this kind of stuff.
And it's blocked. And getting in there for St. Charles was little number 1, Carl King, to block the field goal attempt.
That ball didn't seem like, if it wouldn't have gotten blocked, it didn't seem like it had a lot of elevation that it was going to go anyway. It looked like that baby was going to go about 10 yards and pow, fall out the air. I mean, or you think you're duck hunting or something, and what do you call it? What do you go, skeet shooting? That's like that baby's going to go real short, and you're going to say, shoot, whatever they call that thing, and they shoot out there. That's what it looked like that ball was going. Had no elevation whatsoever. However, the defender was on top of the ball really quick.
Now we have another stoppage in play.
I think they got 12 players on the field for the defense.
Kevin Miller, the quarterback. And they do have 12 players on the field for the defense. Great to have you with us here on CCIN. Demetrius Johnson, Randy Carricker, and our outstanding Charter Communications crew. Good luck to the Rams as they open their 2013 campaign against the Arizona Cardinals at the Dome on Sunday afternoon.
And I got to say, I'm excited about that.
Me too.
I'm telling you, I really am. I like Jeff Fisher, man. I like what he stands for as a coach.
He epitomizes quiet confidence.
He really does. I mean, when you look at him, you can tell he knows what he's doing. The players feed in him, and they're going to be, what I like about it, Randy, they're going to be aggressive. You see how the defensive player right here comes up on the ball? You're going to see 5 or 6 Ram players at the ball. And I got to say, I was surprised they did get rid of Dunbar.
I think they might bring him back. I think that was a cap issue more than anything else.
I can see that. I can see that because it's guaranteed if he's on this roster opening day, it's guaranteed.
There's some good defense by O'Fallon Christian. That pass intended for Coors and Sam Henderson playing some good defensive back there.
That was a really nice play that time for Henderson not to even get a pass interference or anything, to play the ball, get right underneath the passing lane with the receiver. He had his left hand ready to grab the receiver and swung at the ball with his right hand. That was a picture-perfect defensive play.
This will wind up being at least a 3-hour high school football game.
I think this is the longest without an injury that we've ever did.
Think you're right.
And without any weather problems and hesitations.
Right. Joler made the catch, got out of bounds, and so the clock stops with 8:57 to go in the fourth quarter of a 40-6 encounter.
That was a good execution, good play, good pass, pow. That's a good hit right there. Very nice hit.
They've run an empty backfield almost all night long.
They really have.
Now they are going to bring the blitz, and here's another pass to Coors down the left sideline, and he steps out of bounds. He was not going to be stopped if he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds.
You know what? I like Coors. I mean, you're talking about just a really nice effort, positive effort. Coors is really putting on a nice show. He's been hard to bring down when he catches the ball. He's just been so determined to make plays, and he's making them. He's a nice little player.
And give St. Charles credit because they have been able to keep it reasonably close for this second half. For a game that at the half was 31-0 in favor of O'Fallon Christian, in this half, it's been 9-6.
I've been trying to figure out why this game is so long. I've come to the conclusion, my friend. This is the first time that we've ever had an opportunity to do the O'Fallon Christian Eagles.
Right.
So what they're doing, they said, hey, man, maybe our first and last. We're going to take our time, and we're going to suck this great experience up and make you guys stay here as long as we possibly can. Good job by the Eagles.
Miller to throw left side, and Joler is brought down before he can get out of bounds, and the clock will keep running here with 8:38 to go in a 40-6 game.
And I give the Eagles credit, man. They are truly, truly working hard, man. Most teams go ahead and fold the tent being down this far with 8 minutes to go in a game, and it's almost midnight. They still is hanging in there. They fighting through it.
Now Miller once again going left, and this one is incomplete, intended for Coors. On the coverage for O'Fallon Christian was Jordan Cochran.
I like that route that Coors ran. He came down to inside, and he stopped, and he spent back toward the middle of the field. If that was a nice strong ball, he'd had an easy touchdown.
It'll be
that was a real interesting route.
3rd down and 6 at the 16-yard line. Miller's going to run it himself up the middle, breaks it right, cuts it back inside, and Miller has the first down for the Pirates.
That's a nice run by Miller, man. I tell you what, came with the same pass action with the receivers. They do the same thing, like it's going to be a bubble screen to the left side of the field. Miller takes the ball and take it upfield, get a nice game for a first down.
It does seem, even though they've had success passing to the edges here in the second half and getting some runs, seems to me, DJ, that to be successful, the St. Charles offense is going to have to become a bit more diversified.
No question about it. I mean, and that's what Coach Hare wanted to do, make the St. Charles team throw the ball down the field and say, hey, I don't think you can beat us throwing it downfield. And you know what? His game plan was right. They have not been able to beat the Christian Eagles throwing the ball downfield.
Core is frustrated as he drops that one.
He's had a good game. I mean, I can give him one to drop. This young man has really fought hard through it and playing hard, trying to make plays. I understand he's tired. I mean, I feel his pain, big fella. I feel it.
And by the way, the touchdown that St. Charles did score was between the hash marks. It wasn't one of those plays to the edges that they've run so many times here in the second half. Now they're going to run the quarterback up the middle, and Miller is dragged down from behind. Great hustle, great tackle for O'Fallon Christian by Tyler Rodriguez.
Yeah, Tyler Rodriguez has played pretty good. I mean, he has really made plays inside, smashing down. Him and Damian Clark has been just stellar players in the linebacker position. They have really made plays, closing down those tight runs.
3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Let's see if Kevin Miller will run it again. He will. And he makes it in for the score. Now they're going to call him down. It looked like he got in from here.
Yeah, sure, it really did.
But he is going to be called down inside the 1 at the 6-inch line. And it'll be 4th down.
If you ever want to question any fans, that St. Charles fan base over there, they are still singing "We Will Rock You" being down 40-6. That's a heck of a fan base over there being supportive. I'm really impressed.
4th and goal, and now a timeout is called.
I am truly impressed with the fans of St. Charles. They still got a lot of energy. And being down by a significant margin, they have not quit, man. You know what? My big-time player making big-time plays in big-time games is going to the St. Charles Pirate fan base.
There you go.
There you go. Big-time players making big-time plays in big-time games.
Did you know that this game and many others are available for you to buy on DVD? This one might require 2 DVDs, but if you're interested, go to chartertv.com and click the DVD order tab and go to the top of the page and then select a sport. From there, use the drop-down menus, choose the year and the game of your choice, fill out your name and address, and then click submit. All you need to do from there is send us a $25 check per DVD to the address on your screen, and we'll send the DVD in the mail, and it is yours to enjoy for years to come. DVDs from Charter of all of our games.
And I think that's a really nice deal, man, to be able to watch your son. You got relatives out of town, get a copy of that DVD, send it to your relatives. They can see it, and you can brag on your kid, because I'm giving them the big-time player, make a big-time play award, and you giving them the exciting, unbelievable superlatives when they make big plays. I'm telling you, man, I'll get that DVD. I wish that, you know what? My kids never had an opportunity to see me play, right? I always wished I had a high school DVD to show my kids.
Well, that would have been cool.
I'm not talking about the pros. I'm talking about high school. That would really be cool to show it. I would like to see it. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see high school. That's the
and goal inside the 1.
Would you agree high school sports is probably more memorable than most things?
Yes.
I'm telling you, because high school is that's when it's pure, man. That's when it's just the purity of it. Playing because you love the game and you want to win. Everything else becomes business.
Going to hand off, and Alston's going to be stopped. St. Charles can't get it across the goal line from 4th and goal inside the 1.
Guess who was there? My man, Big 52, Tyler Rodriguez. Make a play, Rodriguez. Make a play, big fella. Look at that. Wow, that's my guy right there. Rodriguez just played very, very good tonight.
Now, if you're O'Fallon Christian, this is where you want to exert your abilities and your will on the St. Charles defense and try to burn this clock with your running game.
I would have to say that's what I'm going to do. If you want to, and this is a great, let's talk about opportunity to get your team prepared. Let's say if it's a tight game and you're down, they're up by 6 points or a point, and you need to kill time. This is when you got to take time off that clock.
Quarterback is going to run it. And DT Christensen picks up a couple on that 1st and 10 from the 3 play.
And this is good experience for DT Christensen.
He's only a sophomore.
Exactly. Getting a lot of time on the JV in the varsity game. I mean, you can't ask for that kind of experience. That's my man Rodriguez. But the linebackers played great. Rodriguez and Clark, man, they have played very nice inside. Rodriguez just made a nice stop. He's feeling good on the sideline. Boy, I made a big-time play. That's what I'm talking about.
Buer in the backfield, and here's a pitch to Buer on the right side. And he is able to turn the corner, and Buer with a nice pickup for O'Fallon Christian. And he'll have a 1st down for the Eagles.
That was a very nice run by Buer. He turns the corner, takes it up, and makes a play. The only thing I would want him to do if I was him, if I'm the coach, get used to staying in bounds. If we got a lead, like a significant lead, or we got a small lead, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling. That clock is our friend.
13-yard pickup for Buer. And he did go out of bounds with 5:55 to go. Now they're going to give to Clark, and David Clark up the middle, and he takes off and races down the right side, and Coors is able to bring him down. But a big pickup for Clark gets the ball into St. Charles territory.
That's a big run by Damian Clark, the big fella. Get the big fella the ball, let him do some work. Get out of the way. Look at the big fella. Oh, man, he's struggling down the field. The big boy. I'm thinking he's going to take that baby to the house. That's a big run by Damian Clark. Outstanding play.
A 54-yard run for Clark takes it down to the 30-yard line. This is a drive that started at the 3-yard line for O'Fallon Christian.
The big fella said, I need some water. I don't know about oxygen, but I need some water. Oh, my goodness. And you deserve some water, big fella.
Now Buer. And Buer gets away from a tackler. He tries to cut it back inside and is brought down, and a nice pickup for O'Fallon Christian on 1st down. Will bring up 2nd down and very manageable.
Didn't he have good, quick little feet? I mean, his feet be flying. I mean, he's moving with those feet. Small steps, making big gains. What they say, small step, big feet. Boy, I'm telling you, he is really getting down the field, man. I like him. I like his attitude. He's one of those young men that you know just going to give you all he has every time he's on the football field, and I really can appreciate that.
Buer checks out, and O'Fallon Christian will go with the empty backfield. And now Buer is going to check back in, so they will have a running back with 2 receivers to the left side and 2 to the right. And that might be too much time. It is.
No
delay of game
it.
against O'Fallon Christian.
Now, I know it's not 24, no clock. But you kind of know to get the play going. I mean, we know you up big, but come on.
I think that was confusion on the part of the sideline. I don't think that was the quarterback. They were just having trouble figuring out who was going to get in there as their 11th player. And I don't know if Buer was unaware that Clark was gassed after that run, but Buer is the running back now. And on 1st and 15, he's going to run it and pick up a short gain. That was actually a second down play, so that'll be 3rd.
And what I like,
3rd and 6.
And let me tell you my pet peeve, and we're going to talk about it again. I'm glad the coach, Hare, is putting the kids who don't normally get an opportunity to play the game, put them in the game early. I hate to see coaches put kids in the game with a minute to go in the game. That's terrible. To me, that's the most hideous, disrespectful thing a coach can do to a kid. Put him in the game with 30 seconds or 50 seconds to go in the game. Coach, you wouldn't want nobody putting you in the game with 30 seconds to go. So don't do it to the kid. You got a significant lead. Put the kids in who normally won't get a chance. They work hard. They practice for you. They are practice guys. Reward them with opportunities like this. And I like what Coach Harrod did. He just put, a group of young men in the game who normally wouldn't get it, and he put him in with significant time. Way to go, Coach Harrod.
Now a handoff up the middle on 4th down. And it won't be enough for a first down on the O'Fallon Christian running play by Darian Clark. Here is our Carpenters Union plays of the game, and Dantrell Prince with the strip and the fumble recovery. Unbelievable. And then on the very next play, Norwine to Prince with the great catch and run, and a touchdown for O'Fallon Christian.
Well, when you watch this kid, man, you just see just greatness all over the place. I mean, he is a special player. That's why that's the play of the game. I mean, you got to add both of those in as the plays of the game. He is a big-time player and made it look so effortlessly.
Now, 3:16 to go. St. Charles has the ball and a whistle on the field.
Hey, if you went back to that last play that they ran, and I'm talking about O'Fallon Christian, number 23, Krishna Mays. He was in the game, and he's a freshman. He threw a nice block. I'm coming off that edge. That was a really nice block.
Miller to Joler, who makes the catch and is brought down in O'Fallon Christian territory. So he goes deep to Joler, who comes up with a big grab.
And that play was made against a player that's played in this game. So, you got to stay focused. You got to concentrate. You know the only thing they can do, Randy, is throw deep on you. Play deep and come up. Keep everything in front of you and make the tackle.
Now Miller on first down is going to let it fly again on the left side. This is caught. Joler, and he's brought down inbounds. The clock will continue running, and a pickup of 6 for the Pirates of St. Charles.
These are good hands right here. Watch his hands. Wow, man, that was a nice play by Joler, number 20, watching the ball in. Very good catch.
An official timeout on the field as Joler is down on the field. And a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, look like Joler.
Joler is going to limp out.
Yeah. Yeah. And Joel, I mean, that was a nice catch he made, coming up, making a play down the field. Very nice catch. So some very nice hands.
Now confusion for St. Charles as Goldstein checks in and then checks out, thinking that Joler wouldn't be able to go. Joler is good, and Miller gets the snap. He's got Joler wide open on the right side, throws down to the middle and incomplete.
Yeah, that play did
He
clear.
had Alston wide open on the right side, and nobody between Alston and the end zone.
You're 100% right. I mean, he didn't see that play. He was more focused on throwing that ball right there in the middle, but you got to be able to survey the land and read that defense. Alston came open, no one around.
Kevin Miller, the 5'10", 141-pound senior quarterback for St. Charles. 2:25 remaining in this football game. On third down, Miller. And this will be caught for a first down. Carl King making the grab and picking up the first down for the Pirates.
It's a nice throw by Miller. It's probably the best throw he's thrown all night. I mean, man, right there, right between the numbers. That was a very nice pass.
They wind the clock with 2:13 to go. This one is complete. And a good pickup there to Carl King.
Yeah, that was a nice pass right there. Just you sit down right in that open area, damn, and make a nice throw, nice catch.
So it'll be another first down for the Pirates, who have really, after a disastrous first half, played a pretty good second half, DJ.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it really did compete the second half. But the game was over in the first half. When being down 30-0 in the first, the game was pretty much over. But they did fight back. Just only gave up about 10 points. I mean, 10
9 points in the second half.
And that's pretty good. I mean, it really is.
There's another completion. And another good pickup for St. Charles as they matriculate the ball down the field.
Matriculate. I like that.
An old Hank Stram term. Let's matriculate the ball down the field, boys.
And that's exactly what's happening. They should have stayed that philosophy early in the game. Take what you give them. Be very, very patient. And make plays.
Now Miller with twins to the right side. He's going to throw to the left, though, and this one is caught by Joler. And Joler is in for the touchdown with the 1:32 to go.
That's a good job right there. And Joler, he'll walk away from this game feeling pretty good. I mean, he's made some nice catches, nice plays. That was a nice hit on him. Still made the play, got in the end zone. Good job.
And give credit for that drive to Kevin Miller and the St. Charles offense. And now they've actually outscored O'Fallon Christian here in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Because O'Fallon Christian only scored 9 points. And they scored 12 points. So if you want some positive, you can say, hey, we outscored them. If we just came out in the first half and played like we did in the second half, we had a chance to win this game. This is a nice throw. Is this the touchdown? That's a nice throw. There's the young fella, the freshman. My man, number 23, Krishna Mays. Got the touchdown caught on, but you know what, that's okay. I got to give that fan base over that credit for St. Charles. I mean, if you get a camera over there, they are still pumped up. And they lose it, but they pumped up. That's team spirit. They got the smoke going, the band doing it, they cheering. Oh my goodness. Give me some of that energy. That's what I need.
Still having fun on the far sideline.
And that's what it's all about. Yeah, you want to win a game, but you want to enjoy it too.
St. Charles will kick it off one more time. And the traffic starts to build here at O'Fallon Christian High School as people with a 40-12 advantage for the Eagles start to depart. About less than a mile down the road, and on the other side of Tom Genevieve Road here in O'Fallon, Zumwalt North had a home game tonight, so a lot of traffic and a lot of football within the mile radius.
And look at this. We got a different kicker. Let's see if he can kick it. This is an opportunity to cheer everybody.
And this one will be gobbled up by O'Fallon Christian. There's our Carpenters Union star of the game, Dentrell Prince. Touchdown receiving, touchdown running, recovered a fumble that he stripped, and he also had an interception.
Yeah, Dentrell Prince, I mean, he just nailed it down. I mean, he's a big-time player, man. He did everything they ask of him. And I would really like to see him play against a very strong competition to see how he really plays. But if you just look at the raw ability, raw talent, this kid is special. He's going to be special for some college next year.
Now the Eagles will try to run out the clock. They get their tackle back in there, McCoy. Send a man in motion. They're going to throw and complete the pass. And this is Clark. This is Darian Clark. 32 is Damon Clark. And 33 is Darian Clark. And this was Darian Clark with the catch and the run.
And Darian
he's a freshman.
Clark, yeah, that's his brother. And he's also a young man who volunteers for my foundation down in the city, coming to do a lot of work for the kids, passing out turkeys and Christmas party. And his mother, like I said, Carla Clark, has done an outstanding job with them young men. And it's good to see Darian get in the game and show what he can do. This is the opportunity. This is the time.
Closing in on a minute left. And this pass is almost picked, and there is going to be a statistical unusual situation. The quarterback, Tristan Buckley, bounced it off a defender, and he will be credited with a pass attempt, a pass completion, and a reception.
And a negative yard gain.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Any and everything can happen in this game. We've been able to see it. Oh, my goodness.
Brett Favre did that one time. One time, Brad Johnson, when he was with the Vikings, actually threw a touchdown pass to himself on a similar play. Now Buckley over the middle, and this one's incomplete
now,
with 25.4 seconds left.
Okay, I understand the young quarterback is all hyped and pumped up. But, Coach, do me a favor, Coach Hand. Run the ball, big fella. We got number 25 seconds to go. This is the longest game in the history of high school football.
It is, but Tristan Buckley is a freshman.
I don't mind the big dog, but let the little dogs eat. Let us give the ball to the running back, and let's get up out of here. I am telling you.
No, Tristan Buckley, as a quarterback, deserves the opportunity to throw the football and be on TV throwing the football.
Well, we're going to give him some love. But get the ball to somebody.
The freshman Buckley is going to hand off, and this third down play is stacked up, and that should do it. That will be the final play of this game. We have reached a conclusion.
Wow.
O'Fallon Christian up 31-0 at halftime. They win this one by a score of 40-12. DJ, it's been fun.
Hey, it's been fun. It's been an experience, and I like some positive things that happened in this game. And I also thought that O'Fallon Christian should have did a better job focusing in the second half. Give St. Charles credit. They hung in there and they fought their best.
If you want to watch this game on demand, just go to Channel 1, local internet, local interests, sports, and high school sports. You can watch this game anytime on Charter Communications. Next week, we're in Edwardsville, East St. Louis at Edwardsville, 7 o'clock Saturday, Sunday at 10 a.m. here on CCIN. This you can check out our website, chartertv.com. Schedules, news. Of course, you can buy DVDs. All the information you need about us is at chartertv.com. This telecast has been an exclusive presentation of CCIN. Any rebroadcast or internet use without the express written permission of Charter Communications is strictly prohibited. For Demetrius Johnson and our outstanding Charter Communications crew, I'm Randy Carricker. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, the final, O'Fallon Christian 40 and St. Charles 12. And from O'Fallon Christian, so long, everybody.